never make it this far. They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic gotta say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you all cap like. Hold up, I shoot my shot, wait, hold up. I'm really about to run this, go up. You know it's all net when it go up. Ain't got no other plans, you don't need to understand, ayy. We on overtime, you don't need to understand, ayy. You just show them how to do it when you don't know what to say. Tell me how you plan to win if you plan to play the same. Moving fast, already gone, yeah, but you bringing me back. Stop assuming what we doing. Keep it moving, what we doing. Cause it can get big right. Cause it can get big right. Cause it can get big right. Hey, please don't play no games with me. I promise I'm too much. Hey, I can never let up even if you had enough. Hey, this ain't for the faint of heart. We always playing rough. I had enough. It ain't luck. I need it.
All right. Salute, ATP. I know we creeping in the building, taking our time. Clap it up. Got a great evening and some content. A great boxing content to talk about. We got a special guest in here this evening as well. Salute to everybody in the building. You know it's Tuesday evening, out and about all day long, working. Had crazy day today. But this is the late night show. This is the Tuesday night show. And I do have a special guest in the building. You guys be polite, be nice. This guy's been dealing with a lot, but you know, with a lot of success comes a lot of detractors, right? But hopefully we can show him that this space right here is not equivalent to the other spaces he may have been in. You guys help me welcome him and bring him in, man. My guy, Brian Norman Sr. in the building. Whoa, hold on. Salute, Senior.
What's going on, man? What's happening?
Man, doing good. Everything good with you? I know it's late, so.
It's all good, man. What I do, man. I'm on go, man. I'm ready. You say, hey, you just hit me. I forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, 9:30. I'll pick right up. That's what I do, man. It's all good.
Nah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it for real. I wasn't too sure when you were like 9:30 the question. I was like, uh-oh.
No. Because I forgot about it. Hey, blame it on my age. You know how it goes sometimes, bro. I just don't be thinking.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate
but it's all love, though, and I appreciate you having me on your show, big dog.
Yes, sir. Thank you for being on here, man. So it's been a crazy, last 2-3 years? Well, I mean, for you, it's been from birth, right? Like,
yeah. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all learning for me. I'm learning a lot. I'm going through, more, and I'm seeing more even from, even though I've been through my own career, I'm seeing more in this one. So, times have changed and things have changed there. We on a different side of the field this time. So, I'm learning a lot and I'm seeing a lot and I'm just taking it all in, but it's all good though.
Nah, man, it's gotta be all good, man. You got a young champion. And I'm dying to speak to you about that as well, just to process. We're watching a lot of the father-son dynamic work out in the boxing space a lot, right? Across, from the guy you're fighting against, you and Junior's fighting against, the Haneys, you got Bill and Devin, obviously, and just across the board, you just see the father and son dynamic, some working, some not working as well. So it's always good to see one that seems very successful, and it seems like you kind of raised him and pushed him in this direction from a very young age. I mean, he has a personality of his own. He carries himself like a champion. You know what I mean? You got to give you some credit for that, right? A little bit of credit for that.
I mean, he gonna give me a whole lot of credit. I used to give me a whole lot of credit. I mean, we know this right here. We know that I did everything. I pulled everything. I pulled every single thing I could. You know what I'm saying? I probably gave him the best of me. That's the truth. I got 5 kids, and I probably gave number 4 the best of me because he was my youngest at the time. He was my youngest. He was my youngest of 4, And then 13 years later, I had another. You feel what I'm saying? But if I got to think about it, he got the best of me.
No doubt, no doubt. I mean, so what is he the oldest? He's the oldest, right? No.
No, Brian Norman Jr. is the youngest. He had a 31-year-old brother, 29-year-old sister, 27 about to be 28-year-old sister, and they used to bully him, pick at him, told him he was adopted. Look, told him he was adopted. They called him gay. They did. They used to bully him.
Wow. So you got your oldest one's like 31, so he's there during your boxing career. He's around doing actual boxing.
Yeah. He lived it. He lived it with me, the whole thing, the whole shebang. Yeah.
And if you don't mind me asking, why? I mean, was he interested in boxing at all? You know what I
No,
mean?
he did box. He did box. He started at 6. I made him quit the first day. Then, because I didn't want him to box. I didn't want Brian to box either. So he started at 6. I made him quit the first day. I told him, look, if you're going to do this, you got to do it right. You know, you got this. You know, you're going to focus on the jab. We're going to ride. I was young. I didn't know how to train really back then either. You know, but you don't just do that to a kid. You let the kid have fun.
Right.
But, you know, at the time, I'm like, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it the right way. You know, strict daddy. You know how it is before you learn it ain't all about being stiff and strict. You got to have a balance between the two. So, to all the fathers out there, hear me. You don't just make it all strict and all about business, because that's like you pushing your kid to do something that you want to do. I never pushed him to do nothing. I didn't want him to box.
We talking about junior right now? Or we talking about the oldest?
We're talking about my oldest. So he was 6. He was 6. Kept begging me to fight because he went to the gym with me all the time. So he kept begging me to fight. I was like, all right, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it the right way. So then, we started. Of course, first thing he learned the jab. I had him throwing so many jabs, his arm was hurt, so he quit the first day. So
was that kind of like the trial by fire? You was like, let me see if he's really serious. I'm gonna really make it hurt today.
Could have been that, or it could have been me wanting him to quit in the first place.
Okay. It seemed like there was a mission. There was a mission, and it was an assignment.
Right. I didn't want him to fight. I didn't want him to fight at all. And then fast forward till he was 12 years old. He came back. He started. Well, he grew up in the gym. They all grew up in the gym. So they knew it, they saw it, they was around it, you know what I'm saying? So they all grew up in the gym. He had abilities, he used to be in the ring, he did what he did. So, at 12 years old, he started back amateur. He did good. He was very, very, very talented. He was a little longer, rangy, different type of structure different from me and B. And when it was time for him to go open, I think for the most part, what it was to me, he was underdeveloped. You know how some kids develop later than others. So when he went open, they had a rule where you go open the year you turn 17. If you're 16, the year you turn 17, no matter when your birthday is, you turn open. So if you're 16 of this year, you turn. So if it's January the 1st and you turn 17 December the 31st, you go open. Open means, I think at the time it was 17 to 34 years old. First fight he fought was a man in his 30s, about right at the limit, about 34. He was doing good against me, whatever else. And he just, like I said, he didn't have his man strength. He just didn't have his manhood in him yet. And I think that took a lot out of him. But I think he really did want to do it. But I don't know if he physically felt like he could do it against those grown men. So I think that just really kind of hindered him. But that's just my thought. So, he just pretty much let it go. I told him, if you ain't gonna do it, if you ain't gonna do it, because I ain't want to do it anyway. If you ain't gonna do it, shit to get out the pot, pretty much.
That's it.
Shit to get out the pot.
All right. So fast forward now, here comes Junior. I mean, as a father,
they was fighting at the same time. When they stay 6 years apart. So when my oldest was fighting, then B was fighting at the same time. I made him quit when he was about 12 because he wanted to play video games all the time. So I made his ass quit too. So
wait, you made him quit like, you're done. You don't want to do this. I'm making you quit, or you made him
No. When I retired, I worked a full-time job, whatever else, and I retired. I had money to make. I was a single father of 4. I got to get this bread. I got things to do. You feel what I'm saying? And I was young, so I'm still trying to live too. So I'm like, look, I'm taking my time to do this. And there, it was one morning. We had sparring at 10 o'clock, round robin at the
Mhm.
gym. I was working or doing something else. I came home early, did what I had to do. He wouldn't get up. I'm trying to wake him up. I mean, he was dead to the world tired. So I say, B, get your ass, what's going on? Like, I said, you been playing the game, ain't you? Yeah. You stayed up all night playing the game? Yeah. You got to make a decision. You want to play the game or you want to box? I want to play the game. Say no more. I'm out.
You picked the game. You picked the game, boy. Let me tell you, short-sighted, right? Short-sighted, just
Say
right
no,
now.
hey, say no more.
Hey,
Hey,
got
you
stuff-
did, hey, you did me a favor. I don't want to take you
exactly.
anywhere. That's
You didn't even
right.
question about it. You didn't even push back
Yeah,
question about, like, what do you mean? This
yeah,
is what you want. You were like, nah, we
yeah.
good. This was up.
I ain't man. I ain't play with man. I'm like I tell my kids now, my daughter now, you know, she got me wrapped around her feet and everything else, and I got grandkids, and they be telling them about how I used to be. And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, no, I was really no nonsense with my kids coming up because that's just all I knew, and you know, dealing with what I had to deal with, I just had to be that way. You feel me?
Right, right. And you was by yourself, so you had to have some kind of
That's
structure
what I'm.
there.
That's
And
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
right.
I had to be. I had to be that way. Yeah, I
They'll
had to
roll
be that
with it.
way. Yeah,
I have my kids.
now I'm free, funny, laugh, play.
Yeah, you the
I
best
don't
dad in the
care.
world. You get to tell. They can tell you anything.
I tell them, hey, it's just like fighting. You ever heard of lean and mean? Lean and mean, fat and happy. So now I was lean and mean. Now I'm fat and happy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got a sense of humor now. Now you got a sense of humor. You was
I
so
always had a sense of humor, but now it's pretty much all sense of humor.
right, right,
But
right, right,
I always been funny. I always laugh, but I didn't play with them. I didn't play with them at all.
right, right, right. No,
Yeah,
you had to keep them. Listen, man. I kind of understand. I had my kids for I want to say about a year and a half, 2 years, going a year and a half, 2 years, all of them, right? And
right,
they were just. I mean, I'm used to having for the summer. You know what I mean? So during the
right.
summertime, it's whatever, right? We're having a good
Right,
time because I
right.
know what's coming to an end.
It's fun times. It's fun times.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
going to Disney World.
Right, right, right.
We
It's
doing whatever
all
you feel
fun.
like
It's
doing.
all fun. Yeah, it's all fun.
And by the way, I lived in Atlanta. I lived in Decatur.
Oh,
Um,
me too. That's where I'm from, Decatur.
I know. I was right there on
Yeah.
Clifton Farms, right by Pantherville, by the college. I lived right in that little neighborhood.
I was born at DeKalb General, aka DeKalb Medical, on North Decatur Road.
Okay, okay, okay. So I'm not from there, but I lived there for like 7 years. You know what I'm saying,
Oh, okay, okay, I got you.
right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm very familiar with the area. But I'd have fun with my kids knowing that the summer would be up, and then they always, I want to live with that. I want to live with that. I'm like, yeah. As soon as I got an
Yeah, that's fun.
opportunity,
That's the fun house. That's fun house. Yeah.
I brought them over to stay with me by a year and a half. Yo, listen. First of all, I spoiled them in a messed up way to where they were just an untrustworthy bunch of kids. Love my
I
kids.
understand.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
understand. I understand.
So I definitely understand and give you a lot of I commend you for doing that. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if you
Thank
had to,
you.
if you chose to, but either way, you did a great job from what I could tell because your son is
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I definitely chose to. My kids, I was a troubled child for no reason. So I didn't come up in a bad life. It was all mental. It was all me. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I was a troubled child, though. You feel what I'm saying? And my kids literally gave me the reason to be alive. So I felt like if they gave me this renewed and re-energized reason to be alive, I got to do what I can for them. So it was definitely my choice. And that's why I go so hard for him and all the rest of them. Like I just go hard for
nah, yeah. You definitely out here going hard for him, senior.
him. Yeah, that's what
By,
I do,
by,
man.
by the way, it seems like you came up on the scene like about a year and a half ago, as far as the vocal version of you, as far as you on these social media platforms, you going at it with content creators and with other trainers. Was that a conscious thing that you decided you were going to do, or did you kind of get pulled into it with the messy?
No,
Like,
no,
I
no,
never
no,
happened.
no. It was all new to me. I went through my little. It was all new to me. I was just being me. I'm just being me. I had to get some understanding and realize that the main thing I had to realize that most of these people that's on here don't know more. Not even most.
Yeah.
98% of them, yeah, like they don't know nothing about boxing. They ain't never boxed. They ain't never graced none of that. You feel what I'm saying? But they think they know everything. The fans think they know everything. I was like, you know
Yes,
what?
sir.
Yeah, so I had to realize, wait a minute, these are people that don't know what I know. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna gonna dumb myself down to be in the boat with them because I'm one of the people. I came from humble beginnings to where, like I said, I try to put I came up fine, but I put myself in the dirt, then came back up. But I know how it is being in the dirt, and coming up the way I did, getting out of there, I never looked down on anybody. I gotta say, YouTube specifically and social media specifically gave me the ability to look down on some people. I'm so serious. I can't not
Agreed.
look down. Some of the stuff I see and hear, I'm like, yeah, you're an idiot. Like, you know what I'm saying? I made a conscious effort to look down on nobody. I'm like, yeah, these people deserve to be looked down on because they just stupid they stupid on purpose. They stupid by choice.
Yeah. A lot of entitlement and arrogance. You know, me personally, I jumped into this space about a year and a half ago, and 100% from my point of view, it's more of obviously a fan of the sport, but also questions and learning. An opportunity like this, you know, I would think that I would spin it towards questions and looking for answers. And you got a lot of experts now, right, in the social media space, and they'll get to the point where they confront you on the business that you've been doing forever, right, and try to tell you how it goes, and that's got to be difficult. Like, hold up, bro, you ain't got no questions, you got answers. You want to be my manager? I'm like,
I'm gonna give you some respect and a shout out that you I'm sure you probably remember, but you probably didn't think I would remember. You called me on Coach Malachi's show before, right?
yeah, yeah.
I remember that. I remember the line of questioning because I was waiting for smoke that day. I was waiting for all the smoke that I know I was standing there. I know I was walking there. I remember talking to you, and that's a plus because I don't remember people. I don't remember talking to people, but I remember you that day. And what I do remember about you is you're absolutely right about what you said. You were genuinely asking a real question, and I respected that. That's why I remembered you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It,
I appreciate
it,
that.
no, listen, because you stood out. Because, like I just told you a minute ago, 99% of people on here want to be ignorant. They don't
Mhm.
care about the truth. They
Mhm.
want to believe it. So we was talking about boots. You believe what you believe, but you asked me some questions, and I could tell they were genuine questions. You genuinely wanted to know. You feel what I'm saying? You wasn't coming at me a certain way, so I was like, and that's not normal. That's not normal in today's time. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's all about what the fans want to hear. They think, oh, we gotta cook it, we gotta do it. You didn't come that way. You was like, so what? I can't remember what you like. So look,
I
if
was
this
trying to
thing
figure
happened,
out. Yeah, I was trying to figure out. You remember? I was trying to figure out and get some understanding
yeah,
this
yeah.
was right before the Jin Sasaki fight and after Derek Cuevas fight.
No. It was right before Quay fight.
Right, right, and it was basically what's the next move going to be exactly. And
No,
when I
you're
was
right.
really
My bad.
asking,
My bad. It was Sasaki. It was Sasaki fight right before
yeah,
the Sasaki fight. You're right.
it
Yeah.
was. You didn't even pick the Sasaki fight yet. It was what happened was I was trying to figure out if you were going to be more because when you first negotiated with Jerron, the first time around, it wasn't more so what you were looking for, but you were looking to facilitate it if Jerron wanted to, like, all right, well, this is what we'll do because this is not what our plan was. But this time
Right.
around, it seemed like, okay, no, this is what we're ready to do. We wanted to do. So I wanted to see, what you'd be willing to do to make the fight happen if it came down
Well,
to it.
well, just real quick. Now that really didn't. Even what you just said, then see that's how things get twisted and mixed up. But that we all got different thoughts and understandings. But it's basically I can't explain it no other way. But when you think it from a logical standpoint, it was exactly what you said first. This ain't
Mhm.
what we plan to do. This wasn't our plan. But if we gonna do it, cool, we can do it. But this is the price. This is the amount. We can make it happen. People
Mhm.
start flipping on some other stuff. Now you said that you see we came back. No, we came back because we seen how they was coming and the whole dynamics of the situation changed. You feel me? So it was like, nah, bro. Yeah, let's get there. Let's get that work. You on the radar. You on the menu. Let's make it happen. You feel
Yeah.
me? So
Yes,
then
sir.
it became a whole nother mission at that point in time, especially for me. My son don't be hunting nobody. I be out here hunting everybody.
Right. Right. That's pretty much what you were kind of confirming that evening. But you end up going into the Sasaki fight, and that fight, I mean, from the outside looking in, it looked like a blessing. Like I don't know if
So,
you saw it that way, but it turned into that. How did you feel about it going into the Sasaki fight, the traveling that
man,
you knew you got to do and all that?
man, listen, I trust guidance within the last 3 years. I'm gonna say 2, not even 3. But then the last 2 years, especially, like if you just take your time and relax and just pay attention to what's given to you, what's shown to you, what's seen to you, and where where the upper is telling you to go, you'll be placed in those situations as opposed to trying to force things and doing this. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
again, it's just like you said, it was meant to be, it was meant to happen, and it was a blessing, and that's how it went. It went how it was supposed to go. That's how I see it.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, knockout of the year candidate. Maybe we can even give it knockout of the year without the rest of the year going by. I don't know anybody's
Right.
going to be able to going to compete with that. Might be like hospital. I mean, this guy went to the
Yeah.
hospital, got everything he did for the last 6.5 weeks. So that
Right.
being said, here it's like Brian Norman Jr. arrived, right? Because the Santillion
Sure.
fight was defining but that was an upset. You weren't supposed to do that, right? Which I'm dying to hear about that experience with Top Rank, because it seemed like everything changed with Top Rank after that. Going into that fight, how did you guys feel about the relationship that you're going to have with Top Rank at that point going into the Santillion fight, or your mindset at?
I gotta say this. I don't duck no questions. I don't duck no nothing. But I'm a man that speak my piece. And me and my son feel totally different about all of that situation. So if you don't mind, I don't even want to talk about the Top Rank situation per se. And that's not to duck nothing. That's just my feelings. And Brian Norman Jr. feelings are totally different. And I don't want to, I don't want to put nothing out there and it look like that's what B's saying and what we discuss. Because we don't even discuss it because his feelings are different. You feel me? So it's his career. I'm not. One thing I made it. That's whether it's religion, whatever it is. I made that's one thing I do is I make sure not to persuade them on something that they really want to do. You feel me?
Right.
So like, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to believe, and that's what you wanted to be, I'm gonna step out of the way. I'm gonna tell you what I think, and I'm gonna let you have it. You feel what I'm saying? So again, I'd rather not talk about that situation. You feel what I'm saying? Because like I said, we just got different disagreement. I'm a very vengeful person. So if somebody put me in a situation, I'm coming for vengeance. My son ain't like that.
Right.
It is
You
what
ready to
it
move
is.
forward? All right. So I
He
mean,
more appreciative than anything. I'm about that. I'm not, because it wasn't on purpose. That's how I feel. But it is what it is.
no doubt, man. But look, we're here, right? Where we are is Brian Norman Jr. is WBO welterweight champion of the world. He goes into this Jin Sasaki fight, knockout of the year. Now, Jaron Ennis is moved on to 154. There's an argument there to say that Brian Norman Jr. is probably the most dangerous, if maybe the best welterweight in division now, without any argument. Would you comfortably say that? I know it's your son and you're going to always say that, but is there anybody else?
I definitely would have said that. I would have said it before, but the only thing about before is there was a question, even saying, and the question needed to be answered. And I think that's why it was a big fight. The fans wanted the question answered. I wanted the question answered. I wanted the question answered for my son at a young age, because I personally felt like he could do it at a young age. I was trying to do the opposite of what people were saying. No, wait till he get a little older, wait till he get a little more experience or whatever else. I was like, nah, I really believe he can do it right now. That's how I felt. You feel what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like I said, God is work how God is work. God make things happen the way they're supposed to happen, and things fall how they're supposed to fall. So I ain't gonna argue with it. I ain't gonna rush it. It's all good.
No doubt. I actually want to go back a few steps before this, and I want to go into like 3 or 4 fights before the Santillion fight, right? Where it seemed like there was a transition happening. And I'm wondering from from being there right there on the scene, how you guys were looking at it. But it seemed like the competition went up a little bit, and Brian Norman was your son, right? Was the fight?
No, I think he was my son, but go ahead.
Yeah, exactly, right? I'm gonna stop talking about him like he's not related to you, right? So Junior, right, is in more competitive fights all of a sudden. He starts to look a little human, because he's stopping everything going into that situation. I would say it was like around that Rodrigo fight time, around Rodrigo Damien, around that time. All of a sudden, you guys are going to decisions, but he's still winning them, unanimous decision and all those things. From being on the ground, what were you seeing? Because I'm interested in what changed. Because going to the Santillion fight, he something switched on, and I'm wondering what that was like. How did he end up getting it? Did you guys come to a certain point or an understanding that something wasn't working and you made an adjustment? What happened during that period?
All right, two things. Two things happen, and again, this is where God has come in there, and this is where the recipe comes together. Two things happen.
Mm-hmm.
One thing happened was the world turned against him. That's one thing. That's for him. That's for him to get that mental toughness, for him to get, mentally, ready for everything. That's where the pressure either gonna make or break you. And the pressure made him. Me, I went back because just like you said, his performances got different. Brian Norman Jr. used to be he is now again. He used to be my favorite fighter in the world. That's in real life. Like I told him this since he was a teenager. I love to watch him perform, and I got to watch him perform all the time in sparring. I used to watch his sparring so many times. It was retarded. Like when he'll spar, I watch it over and over, and I'd be amazed. You know what I'm saying? He don't even. That's what people don't understand. He don't even fight the way he was fighting, like way he spar and do things. You hear stories all the time, so you got to ask yourself, what's up with these stories? That's because you don't even know what he can do. But I watched him, I saw it. So I used to watch him over and over and just disbelieving, unreal, like, damn, this boy bad. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, when those fights happened and they was going a distance, he was doing what he was doing. He was looking like he was looking. Thank God, here go the guidance. The world I turned against him. He got dropped by Boca Chica. World turned against him. Oh, man, he's sorry. I told y'all, so he's still there. We were getting ready for Santillon fight. We in Dallas, Texas. So I'm doing what I'm doing right now. I'm looking at YouTube right now. I stay on this, studying fights, studying situations. So I'm in Dallas. I don't look at Santillon so much as retarded. You feel what I'm saying? So I know everything he got. I know everything he gonna do. I already got a plan for him. He already cooked food. So I said, let me go do it on something different that I don't do. Let me go look at B. Because I had been watching his fights.
Right.
I honestly hated watching his fights then. I was like, oh shit. I used to love watching this, and I didn't even recognize that. I used to love watching his sparring videos, but when he fights, I hate watching his fights then. Now, I love him watching. Same thing like sparring. But I said, damn, let me go look at him. Like I look at him, okay, cool, flash through it, it's over with. Would not watch him. Maybe watch him once, that's it. I watched through it and I realized, I'm not going to say what it was. I realized what changed. You feel what I'm saying? I went to him and I told him what changed. And I said, we got to get back to doing this. You feel me? Understand? That's when his feet got flat. Oh, y'all people talking about flat-footed, this and that, or whatever. That's when his feet got really flat. That's when he really started stepping on people. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes,
That's when he really started manhandling people. That's when he really started going out there like, man, who is you? And moving them out. Watch his head. Look at what he's doing. Go pay attention to what he's doing. You feel what I'm saying? That's when he really started. That's when he really came into his own. So those two things combined with the world turning against him and me noticing what changed, and we put them together, they clicked, then boom, there it was.
Well, so senior, I gotta dive a little deeper because, well, just let me know one way or another. Are you going to let us know what changed, what it was? What was it? You didn't tell. You said you told him the thing. What was the thing? What was it that was missing?
I don't want to. I don't want to tell the thing because I keep saying I don't want to say it. It don't matter. I just don't want to say it. Okay. I don't want to get that game, that free game. I don't feel like giving it away. Listen, I give all the free game in the world away, but I don't want to give that game away.
100%. I wouldn't feel right if I didn't ask, but I definitely respect it. So whatever it was, you addressed it. Boom, the switch went on, and here we are. Santillan going into, he becomes a champion. Derek Cuevas, Jin Sasaki, and now we're heading into the big opportunity on the back end. And I'm resonating with the whole faith, right? That you had that this would work out, because there's an argument out there to say, obviously, you guys, I don't want to say you walked away, because I know you're going to not say you're going to get defensive, but I don't want to say you walked away, but I'm going to say there was a big opportunity on the table and it ended up not working out. And what was the next thing going to be, right? We're going to the,
you know what? You like I said, you called me that time with sensible questions. Let's see if me and you can get some sensible answers about facts, because people hate to admit actual facts. You feel what I'm saying? I ask people all the time. They always go back to $1.7 million. $1.7 million was their offer from August I've just said this a million times. And I asked people, okay, we said the fight was worth more money. Okay.
Mhm.
That's an argument. Was it worth more money? Now, here is a fact. Did Stanionis get paid for a title defense with Jerron Ennis more than we were offered? Yes or no?
Wait, say it one more time.
According to the reports, and according to Jerron Ennis out his own mouth, he gave Stanionis more money. Did you hear about that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2 million, right?
So according to the reports and according to what was reported, Stanionis got more money than they offered us for the same fight. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Did Brian Norman Jr. fight in 2024 after that fight was negotiated or offered a turn, whatever? Did he fight in 2024 again?
After the what? After the Santillion fight?
Yeah, did he fight in 24 again?
No. He went and got surgery, right?
Right. He didn't even fight. So he didn't even fight at that time. We ain't gonna go about the carrying thing because you got people gonna argue that. So we just gonna go with the facts that we know for a fact. We know for a fact Brian Norman Jr. did not fight in 2024. We know for a fact that right after that they came right back and gave Stanionis, the other champion, more than what they offered us. And did they move the venue out of Philly? Yes or no?
Yes, they did. They went to Atlantic City, I believe, right?
That's a fact. That's a fact. It's a fact that we came out, and it's a fact that Eddie said, it's a fact that Bill said. I got text messages right here. I don't mind showing them. Oh, I'm going to do this while I'm doing that. I got text messages right here that we said, hey, bro, we could do it in Vegas or we could do it in Neutral Ground. We'll take exactly what you just said. We said we'll do it. You feel what I'm saying?
So you would do it for the number, but
we said we would do it. We said we would do it for the number. We said we would do it for the number. Hold on one second. Want to see, can you read this? This ball's in it. Can you read that?
Okay, so it's almost there. Yes, Neutral Ground. Not Philly, not Atlanta.
That's ballsy. I'm blue. I'm blue. I'm blue. So right. I said, you said you would come to Atlanta. You said all that.
Yeah. You said you'd fight in Atlanta. You already have an opponent.
Look at the dates. Look at everything. Now look at me.
November 6th. Cool. Vegas is cool. Wait, Philly, not Atlanta, and then no one has the upper hand. The blue is you?
Blue is me.
So the dark is Bozy?
That's Bozy.
So there was a little bit of an agreement. Like Bozy seemed to be okay with it.
That was an agreement. Look, right here. Read it. Look at it.
My man. Vegas, cool. Vegas is cool. My man. Yeah.
Now, what I did do is this is what started it, though. Read that.
Quit doing interviews saying we don't want the fight when you know good and well we do. Now I don't have nothing but Now I don't have nothing but respect for you, but cut the BS. We coming for y'all. You're gonna have to back it up soon enough. I'm so serious. Right. P.S. Your son hit. Hold on. Hit like a girl. I'll prove me wrong. So, but this is still in a respectful space. This is just a competitive.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was all about. Read that.
Please do, my brother, because that's all you was doing, talking a lot of ish. But y'all still all right with me. Let's make that the next fight. Boom. We definitely will.
And then that's when I say, right. Everything I said, listen to me, brother. I keep telling these people they will never, ever, ever cook me. You can never catch me. Because I don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a reason to lie to these men.
Right.
They can't mess with me. They don't do what I do. But, see, that's why I go too far, because I be too real about certain things about what I really want to say. You feel what I'm saying? Right, and that's why people start to hate me, because I always take it a step further, but I'm going to shut up from there. That's just a fact. You just saw all of that, right?
Right.
So now back to the facts. Stanionis fought in another place outside of Philly, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
Down the street, whatever, but it was outside of Philly, right?
Right.
And Jerron Ennis admitted to giving him more money, right, to make the fight happen.
Yes, sir.
Now, if y'all don't know, the amount that Jerron gave him was the exact amount that we asked for. So me, I'm like, this is 2025. This was in April 12th, 2025 when this fight happened this
Mhm.
year. I'm on record in everybody interview, Mill City, whoever else, telling his fans, bro, tell that man to come get this work. Did you see the press conference after the fight when he fought Stan Young?
Yes.
Did he express interest in fighting Brian Norman Jr.?
No, not for my what I saw. I didn't see that there was any interest really in that anymore.
None at all.
Right.
None at all. None at all. Did you hear when Eddie said that he was set to return to the ring?
When he was set to return?
Do you hear in the interview, the post-fight interview? Because this is all we can go on. All we can go on is what they say.
Right.
Did you hear where he said they was going when he was set to return to that post-fight interview?
No.
He said September.
Okay.
He said September, but that turned out to be later. He was like September. Then he said some other day, but the earliest he said was September.
Mm-hmm.
April, March 29th is pretty much April, right?
Yes.
So April, May, June, we fought, right?
Right.
My son, 24 years old. We don't mind fighting June, July, August, September.
Right.
We don't mind. We
Right.
wanted all of it. They
Right.
asked for a fight with us. After that, they said they often tried to lock it in for the end of the year. Did you hear about them trying to lock in the fight for the end of the year?
No.
You didn't hear about them trying to lock in the fight with us for the end of the year, trying to get us to sign a contract to fight Drawn at the end of the year while we were still in the fight Sasaki?
Did I? Let me think. Yes. Eddie Hearn said that that they had reached out to you guys and tried to get you guys to confirm the fight before you fought Jin Sasaki. This is the whole entire wait till after the fight situation you're leaning into, right?
There you go. There you go. So, okay, cool. Now, this is the inside, which I keep trying to tell people that won't none of my people play my game with me because I like to pull cards for real. I'm not one of the people that say I'm going to pull a card and don't pull cards. Our B managers and B, well, they don't play my games. I play all the games. I be out here, I be with all of it. We call Eddie. Adrian Clark called Eddie. He texted him. Right after that, because you know why? Because I said, I didn't know about that offer. That was behind my back. I ain't gonna say behind my back. I guess it was just not for me to know about. So I heard it in the news. I got mad and was like, he lying. So then B was like, nah, they did. They did. I was like, what? I was like, wow, see, niggas call that. I said, they know that's the one. You feel what I'm saying? He's like, no. We told him we're going to do. We said we agreed to fight him. We just told, hey, bro, let's wait to negotiate the contract till after the fight. He said, after the fight. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're supposed to overlook nobody. So I'm listening to what he said, but everything give me is like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's what my inside said, but I got to respect the game. But I'm like, nah. So like I said, my son, a grown man, I had to watch and navigate how I do things because he's still my boy, and I know what make him tick, and I know what don't make him tick. And one thing he is that he's a product of me, and he's a product of ego, right? So I catch him another time because he was telling me to calm down. He was all against it. He was like, "Nah, we're gonna fight after after the fight." Because I'm perfectly like, I'm tripping. You feel like, bro, how y'all let this pass? How y'all let this happen? Like y'all tripping.
Right.
So now we in big man. So I'm sitting here thinking, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna approach him. I gotta let him, I'm gonna cool down, I'm gonna calm down. So I catch him in a good mood with me, right? So I'm like, B, you know you can beat this motherfucker ass, bro. He said, I know. I said, listen, I need you to do me a favor. We can't let this fight get away. I don't want this fight to get away. I said everything. I said, I studied this motherfucker so much. I went over again. I done told you how to beat him. I got 3 ways to beat this nigga. I said one is just a fucking it's just a final hurrah you got to, but I got 3 ways that I'm positive you can beat this nigga, right? I said I got 3 ways. I done told you the 3 ways. You can see him playing out. We got to get this fight. He was like, all right. I said, look, I'm gonna call Adrian. True story. So I'm gonna call Adrian because he the boss. I'm nobody. I'm not the manager. I'm just a trainer. So I said, look, I'm gonna call Adrian. I need you to back me up. I said, whatever I say, I need you to go with it. Now, Adrian B be good for this. Adrian be like, man, it's up to B. I got B right here in the car with me. In a good mood. I call him. I'm on my shit. Adrian didn't want to discuss. He didn't want to negotiate it. He didn't want to do none of that right there. They didn't want to, because it's not a good faith. It's not a good thing to do. It's not a positive thing to do. And I understand that and I know that. But in this particular situation, excuse my language on here too. I just got to. I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm like, nah, fuck that, bro. We got to get this. I said, so I called him. I said, look, bro. I said, I'm sick of them niggas talking shit. I said, they scared. That's what I told him. I said, Ben said he was scared. He did not want to fight B. I said, them niggas scared. They playing games. Pay attention to what they doing. They do not want to fight. You got to call they bluff. And if it ain't a bluff, you cannot let this fight get away. Now, B not saying nothing, but he on speakerphone. Right. I said, B, he was like, well, I got it. No, I got him right here. I said, B, say something. He said, I'm here. It's whatever he say. I go ahead, bro. I need you to call Eddie. Lock that shit in right now. It's 2 days after they did that report. I need you to lock that shit in. He said, all right, cool. I said, no. Because I know he didn't want to. Adrian didn't want to. Because it's just not good business. And they don't care about playing the games out here, but I do. You get what I'm saying? And I already knew the games that they was playing because they keep pump faking. I know they pump faking. So I was like, nah, bro. I need you to do. I said, look, B is right here. B, say it again. He said, yeah, good. Don't let it pass by. Don't let this fight get past. Don't let this fight go. He said, okay, cool. I said, look, do not outprice it. Don't do none of that. Right. I said, do not outprice it, because I know that that's what it was about. I know that B was going to be worth more once he did what he did. And I know, and B was thinking the same thing. I said, bro, in this case, we're going to have to eat that. We got to kick his ass. That's what I said. I wanted that fight so bad. You feel me? That's why I've been going around doing what I'm doing. This is genuine. Right. Bro, I don't understand. I'm not from a place where you can't just say, bro, let's fight. And you there and I'm here and we can't just fight. I don't know that kind of, I don't know where they from. You feel what I'm saying? So anyway, he called Eddie. Eddie texts him back, say, it's late here. I'll call you in the morning. We still ain't heard from Eddie.
To this day.
Still ain't heard from Eddie. Still ain't heard from Eddie. Then the week of B fight or the week before B fight, Eddie comes out and announces a possible move up. Okay, baby, give me 2 seconds. He comes out and now announces a possible, go out, baby, I'm coming. He announces a possible move up, right? So I'm like, bro, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit to get them talking about him. I said, why the fuck would he announce a possible move up? Who the fuck does that? If you're going to do anything, announce a fight. Announce we're going to move up, get you a fight at 54, and announce the fight. What? How? Since when is moving up news? When? That's not news. When Bud moved up, he challenged Madrimov. Bud didn't just announce a move up. He found the fight he wanted and announced the fight.
Right.
Now, it was a talking point that he was moving up, but nobody came out. And Bud is more
announcement. Right.
Yeah, nobody made no official announcement that you move. What kind of shit is this? Where we at? You ain't LeBron James. I'm taking my talents to South Beach. Bitch, who the fuck you think you are? You feel me? So that's what that was on, man. And I was like, bro, they full of shit. They playing games. I told y'all, but they playing games. Like, we did what you said. We tried. I'm like, but I need you to do me a favor then. I need y'all to expose this. I need y'all to put it out there, show the text message. They won't play my game. They won't do it. They're like, man, you my word, they don't want to fight. They don't want to fight. They don't want to fight. It's like, you been saying they don't. Because I said it, I told them in December or January for sure. It was an interview. It was something he did. I said, B, he don't want to fight you, bro. I said, I don't know why, but he don't want to fight you. My theories was the people put him so high and they think he gonna wipe B out. What if he don't? He's worried about, not impressing, worried about this, worried about that. And that was confirmed by he worried about underperforming against Tio. You remember he said, Eddie. Like, all the things point to he just don't want to fight. It's the fans' fault, though. It's the fans' fault, but I think it's his fault too for allowing them to even take it that far. And then I also then they started drinking their own Kool-Aid. I'm like, bro, you are tripping. You literally, y'all know that man got 34 fights. You done got me talking about boots, but I don't care. Y'all know that man got 34.
We're gonna get into the fight that's on the table, but I'm letting
you
you
know that man got 34 fights, and he only fought 2 undefeated fighters, and one of them had 15 fights in his whole career. My son is finna fight his 3rd undefeated fighter. He has never fought a fighter. No, we don't go back to facts. I'm sorry, I'm jumping out with emotions. Let's go back to facts. Can you pull your computer up?
Yeah.
Do that for me. All right. So we already got the fact that Brian Norman never fought again.
We want box rec or something. What do
we want? We want box rec. Go to Jerron in the box rec.
All right.
So we're gonna go to we're gonna first talk about the facts. We're gonna say that Brian Norman never fought in 2024. So no matter what, that fight that at 1.7 year I was crying about wasn't gonna happen. Was there reports of
which one are we going to? We going to Ennis Jerron's
Yeah, Jerron Ennis. I'm gonna get to that in a minute.
Okay.
But listen, I gotta get the facts first.
Yes, sir.
Is it a fact that he was offered a fight with Virgil Ortiz in February 22nd?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly when, but yeah, there was a fight definitely there with Turkey.
It was February 22nd. Okay, is it a fact that Turkey normally pays more money always pays more money than everybody else?
Yes.
Okay, we can't say this is a fact, but would you assume, even though the offer was $8 million, is what I'm told, and the second offer was $6.5 million? So is $8 million and $6.5 million more than $1.7 million?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm just saying, you got these people that say stuff like, you ducked your biggest payday. Wait a minute, he ducked his biggest payday. Nah, but you were scared. Well, he was scared. Well, what are we talking about? So you heard about the fight they offered us at the end of the year, right? That fight was supposed to be set for October, November, December. Do you know that?
Yes.
Okay. If he can't make weight in June, which he announced that he was moving up the day of my son's fight, if he can't make weight in June, is it a fact that June is before October?
Yes. So
how the hell can you make weight if you can't make weight in June? How was you gonna fight in October? So was it a pump fake or what? What was it? He never came out. He never came out and said, I'm tired of these guys. He never came out and said that was the reason. He said he can't make weight. He didn't say, I'm tired of making weight. He didn't say, I'm not going to struggle to make weight. They gave him that. They giving him these arguments. He would have stayed and made weight. No, he said he can't make weight. His words were he cannot make weight because he's sick, right?
No, I don't remember it that way. I kind of remember it being more so, I guess some tests or something was ran and it was showing that he was operating, not at 100%, like maybe closer. I've heard numbers as low as 50% to as much as like.
They said it was 30. It was 30%, but I'm glad you said that because you hooked me up. So now, how old are you, Claymore? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm 48 years old.
48. I'm 47 years old. I'm 46. God damn, I want to give myself. Yeah, I'm 46.
I'm trying to catch
you. 48. You 48.
48.
I'm 46. So combined, but we pretty old. Would you agree?
we on the opposite side. We close to 50. We closer to 50 than we are to 40 at this point. For sure.
We 94 years old combined, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So in 94 years of experience.
What the kids say, we were born in the 1900s.
Absolutely. In 94 years of combined experience, my question to you, brother, you like you said, you wanted to fight. You was questioning me about the fight. You thought we ducked. I heard about what you said. You thought we ducked, but you was questioning about it to see what you had to say. That's how I remember you. That's why I remember you. That's how I remember you so vividly. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you wanted to say we ducked, but you was asking legit questions that you didn't want to know. So I respected that. That's how I remember
just
you.
For the record, I think by definition, just to keep it real, I feel like you guys price yourselves out, right? I'm not saying you did it purposefully to not forget the fight, but I think if we were to say why the fight didn't happen, I don't know. It just seemed like the fight didn't happen because there wasn't enough money on the table to make it happen. So I just think it was officially a price out, but not like you did it on purpose or strategically got out of the fight.
Okay, good. I like that, but let's we're gonna clear up everything. Let's hold what we got where I was just finna go. Even though I was about 94 years. Okay, cool. I'm going to hold the 94 years and I'm going to back up a little bit for you. You said we priced ourselves out. We priced ourselves out for which fight?
For the Boots fight, it seems like.
And what date was that Boots fight?
What date?
Yeah, what date was that Boots fight for?
Like, what date was it supposed to be?
Yes, sir.
I don't remember what date it was supposed to be.
It was November the 9th. It was November the 9th, 2024.
Right, the same date the Karen fight happened, right? Right.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. So if Brian Norman Jr. didn't fight anymore in 2024, how was that fight going to happen?
So we're basically saying the fight couldn't have happened. It wasn't the price. You're saying the fight didn't happen because.
Okay, I'm saying the same thing I've said on many different platforms. Did you hear that there were rumors of the Karen fight already being ordered August the 19th, and they missed the deadline for the extension? Did you hear? You ever heard that?
Yes. Yes.
So you've heard that before, right?
Yes, sir.
And that happened in August. So that's a fact, right?
Yes.
So if that's a fact, the negotiations itself were never valid. They were never legit. It was a pump fake, just like he always do. Now, fast forward to you saying you think we outpriced ourselves when we said the fight was worth more money. Mm-hmm. So if we did outprice ourselves, why did Stanionis get what we said we wanted for the same fight? How is that outpricing yourself when Stanionis was able to get what we said we wanted for the exact same fight and a moved venue?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not. It's a real legit question. So, like I said, you're
I think there's circumstances involved in both scenarios. I understand where the connection is coming from, where you're putting them at, but I do believe that, Stanionis, being that it was later, I believe, people become a lot more open to conceding in certain terms when they see that their choices are running low and they have no option. So I think they might entertain something later on that they might have been more confident that they can get to move forward at a different price when they were negotiating with you. I don't think one thing has to do with the other, to be honest with you. I feel like with you guys, they thought they could get it for 1.7. They felt like that was a number that was too much. And I think even with the Stanionis fight, it got to a point where it was like, we're not going to pay out, then you're going to end up having to leave this division with nothing, no unification, no belt. And it seemed like Jaron wanted that opportunity to fight for a belt more than anything else. So, they gave something later on that they weren't willing to give before from the outside looking in.
Okay, so back up. How was he going to make the offer in the first place if the fight with Karen was already ordered? How was that going to?
I'm not sure about it. I always thought that unifications trumped mandatories, but I'm coming to find out. People are telling me that there was no way outside of that mandatory.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. He missed the deadline. There was no way outside of that mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
Facts matter.
Yes,
has Eddie been known to play games?
Yeah.
So would it not be believable that he's playing everybody else because y'all don't know the game that he playing? Could that not be believable?
Yes, and I think that's a significant part is that we haven't talked about that much. It was Eddie's role in this, as far as Jaron Ennis's, what he wanted versus what his handlers may have wanted for him, and how that might have conflicted and got us to where we are right now. So I don't know if, I don't know if, for me, I don't see Jaron as the type of person, just seeing him fighting, the type of person really ducking any type of real smoke. Seems like he wants all the smoke, but I could see Eddie, moving it the way he sees fit, the way he thinks is the best way to move, and that could look
all right.
bad.
I'm glad you just said he want all the smoke. So you got that box record right. That was perfect. That was the perfect segue. Mm-hmm. First of all, let's clear up his 94 years first. 94 years of living. You and I, combined knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I've been boxing for a long time, and I've been to doctors. I've been around many people. I've been around many athletes. Can you tell me the type of doctor I would go to tell me the percentage that I'm performing at? Because I don't know him. I've never heard of him. I've been around sports literally all my life. I don't know.
I think. Look, I think when it comes to that topic, I don't think it's that far.
No. Let's do facts. Let's do facts, and I'm gonna tell you what you're about to try to be. You're about to try to be what they are. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna explain to you how, and I'll explain to you why. Let's see, can you understand? So we talking about facts here. Have you ever heard of a doctor, or can you think of a doctor in your 46, because he's only 27 years old, or 28 years old, my baby, 28 years old. I don't know, and I've asked all my people around me, all the fighters around me, I've asked everybody since they found out, because I really did want to know. I don't know of any doctor that can tell me the percentage of what I'm performing at. Can you tell me? Do you know of a doctor that can tell you the percentage of what you're performing at?
I think doctors can read lab.
Don't tell me what you think, boss. Do you personally, in your 94 years of living, can you give me the type of doctor? You got cardiologists, you got gastrologists, you got a whole bunch of gynecologists, you got a whole lot of doctors, anesthesiologists to give you a gas, whatever you want. You got all types of doctors, right? That deal with certain things. My question for you in your 94 years, so don't tell me what you think now, because neither one of us are medical professionals. In our 94 years combined living, can you tell me a doctor that you've heard of that can tell me the type of doctor that I would schedule an appointment with? And why would I schedule this appointment with? But tell me the type of doctor I can schedule an appointment with that can tell me the percentage of my battery life on my phone. Can you tell me that? No, it's a real question.
I mean, off the top of my head, can I give you the title of a doctor, the kind of doctor that does that? Not necessarily off the top of my head, but okay. I gotta follow up and be honest with you and say that reading, like for example, if you right now decided you want to go on testosterone, right? Let's say you want to go to your doctor, you wanted to get on that. They're gonna do a blood panel on you. They're going to read the blood panel, and they're going to have a number that they feel like you should be at your age and what you're doing in your life. And they're going to let you know if you're not hitting those levels, and they'll tell you like, oh man, you're operating at the age of a 60-year-old person in this area, and you need to be operating at a 46-year-old level. I think the doctors can read panels and give assessments of where you're at comparison to where you should be or where you could be. I think that's fair.
Okay, so you telling me what you think, right?
Yeah.
Wait. Now let me tell you what I know. And you tell me, does this make sense? When they give you that.
Wait, hold on, senior, not to cut you off. Hey, yo, we got 107 people in here. Take a moment to hit the like button. Don't be like that. Go ahead, my bad.
When you go off of what you think, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go off of what you know. What you just said was the most 100% correct. Do you know that's what Victor Conte do? They do exactly that. They do what's called a designer supplement. And you know what they do with that designer supplement? They give you everything you're lacking. You just made my point. Okay. If you're lacking testosterone, if you're lacking vitamin E, if you're lacking vitamin D, I know about all of that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. In these 46 years I got a lot of experience. That's what they do. When you're deficient, when you're vitamin deficient, when you're mineral deficient, they give you that mineral. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There is no doctor, again, that you can think of that tells you you're performing at a percentage or nothing else because you're losing weight. And when you went to that doctor, you weren't that weight. You didn't go to that doctor at 147. You went to that doctor at whatever you was. There's no doctor that told you what you performed at 2 weeks ago, a month ago. This came out in June, 3 months ago, 2 months ago, 2 months ago. There's no doctor that can tell you that. So in these 94 years, even based on what you just said, no, I'm gonna give a fact to see if I can get you to understand. If they do a panel, which they do, can they give you those vitamins that you're missing, that you're lacking?
Yes.
You can take those. You can take those supplements, right?
Correct. I mean, I would think so. Yes. I mean, I don't know all the way. Like, if you're too low, I don't know if it gets into that space of performance enhancement drugs, right? Where it crosses into something illegal or something that you're not allowed. I don't know.
Okay, but all of that is speculative. But there's nobody right. or there's nobody or no everything. This is what I'm about to tell you what you're becoming. This is where it gets cloudy, and this is where I keep trying to tell people about what y'all do, and I'm gonna put y'all because you one of them.
Okay.
What y'all do is y'all make it what you want it to be with nobody telling you. Let me ask you, has Jerron ever said anything that don't make sense?
Uh, I don't know. Not to me. I feel like anything he says, I pretty much. He doesn't speak that much, so you know what I mean. But I've never been confused about what he said or position that
Cool.
he stands
Okay,
on.
cool. Okay. So did you hear him say that he just didn't get up? He couldn't get up for Karen. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Okay, that's not confusing, right? It's not confusing that he couldn't get up for Karen.
Not to me, no.
Okay. Is it confusing that he can get up for Lima? Is it confusing that he could get up for Lima and not Karen?
No, it's not confusing. It's not confusing to me. I mean, the reason I'm being honest with you, right? I'm just going to be honest with you to say that I don't know what drives somebody. You know what I mean? With Karen, it may seem more of a dead end street because it was the second time fighting him. Lima is more like the beginning, opening the door to a whole new, chapter in his career. So Lima might just seem like a stepping stone and something he's willing to go ahead and perform. It's a home. It's a fight at home in Philadelphia. It means so much on the back end of a great performance on their takes his career to another level. On a great performance with Lima, boom, big money for Virgil, big money for potential Xander Zayas, titles, all types of things that's going to happen for him at 154. So he may be excited about Lima, not Lima the fighter in particular, like I've always wanted to fight Lima, but just the reward at the end of beating Lima. Whereas with Karen, it might have seemed like where am I going with this? So I'm just being fair, just to say, and
no,
also
I ain't saying no wobblies.
Yeah, and also just to add to it and say that more so what I'm saying, because you grouped this up, and I don't mind being grouped up, but just to say that I'm just acknowledging how much I don't know and the possibilities of the things I don't know being the reasons for why things are the way they are. So I don't have a 100% answer as to why a doctor would assess that he be at 30%, 40%, or 50% of who he's supposed to be, or I don't know because I'm not a doctor, but I'm saying these intangibles, these things on the outside that I have no education on may be really affecting it. And I don't want to speak on something I don't really know about like that. You know what I mean?
Have you ever heard any athlete say anything like that?
That they're operating in a certain.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
No, the doctor told him.
No.
Don't start that shit.
No, I'm keeping it real. I never heard a doctor say that. No.
You've never heard nobody say a doctor said that. No, because it's not real. All right. So now, fast forward. Is it not confusing that everything that you have to come up with, like you just said, the speculation that he can never answer? He won't answer who told him that. Because that was a question that was asked. Like, bro, who told you that you was? Why did you say did you hear him say he could make 147 easy?
Yes.
You heard him say that after the Stanionis fight, right?
No. I don't remember him saying that after the Stanionis fight. I remember him saying that before it, though.
Damn, I'm on the wrong phone. He said it after the chat. Let him know. He said that YouTubers don't know what y'all talking about. This is after he beat Stanionis. He said YouTubers don't know what y'all talking about. This time I had a nutritionist. I never had a nutritionist before. I was making 147 easy. Now I have nutrition. I can make it even easier. What did he say? I weighed in Tuesday and I ate. He said, I ate and everything else, and I still weighed in at 147.
Are you talking about the press conference after the fight?
No. He did the whole interview with YSM. Said he ate.
I don't remember that.
He might have said that in the press conference too. He might have said about the Tuesday. He might have said that. But thing is, he said it after the fight.
Okay.
He said it after the fight. He said he made it easy. He said he ate. He said he ate after he was 147 Tuesday. He ate and he still made weight.
Okay.
Right? So that means he was 147 days before the weigh-in, Friday, like 3 days before the weigh-in.
Mm-hmm.
Right? All right. So bottom line, I'm gonna let this go, but the bottom line is understand that with questions with me, with questions about my son, I'm gonna be here to talk you through every last piece of it, every last bit of it, and all of it is gonna make complete sense. All the way it's not gonna make complete sense is when you say, but what if, but let's just say, but with him, It does not make complete sense. And you have to wonder, and maybe it's this, and maybe it's that. He said he could make 147 easy. He offered us a fight for the end of the year and then came back a couple weeks later and said he couldn't make weight. Is that a fact?
I mean, yeah. I mean, here's where it's going to be, right? I think both of you guys on both sides.
No, I don't know what y'all want. I want to know
honest.
a fact.
I just believe you being as honest
No,
and
I
as
want to know.
accurate as your judgment as possible. But
I want to know a fact. I want to know a fact. Did he offer us a fight for the end of the year and then say he can't make the weight? Yes or no?
Yeah, Eddie Hearn. That's what the word on the street was. That Eddie Hearn's put out an offer before the Jin Sasaki fight to make a fight happen, and yes.
And he couldn't make the fight where, you know, so either way it go, it was a pump fake. Just like I've been telling y'all. You feel what I'm saying? And the way I see that staying on this thing is not what you just said about different. No, that's just you holding on to hope. That's all. It's all his fans holding on to hope that it ain't what it ain't, that it is what it is. Now, BoxRec. How many undefeated fighters do it say he beat?
I believe Wyatt Samuel was in the building. He said 3. I didn't look at it, but I think it's 3.
He beat 2. What the third one? Why is it the same in the third one?
Let me see. Let me take a look at it. We got Stanionis. We got Custio Clayton. And hold on a second here. I would say Karen, right?
No.
Karen the first time. Was Karen undefeated?
No.
Oh, no, you're right. He wasn't, yeah.
No.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look. It's not Roman?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe 2.
No, go look. Look, you got all the screen. Go look.
No, I'm looking. I don't see it. I'm telling you, I see 2. I don't see 3. I'm saying I don't know. I don't see 3.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Armando Alvarez.
Okay. What was Armando Alvarez record?
18-0.
Oh, that's good. I forgot about that one. Good job, YSM. Okay. So in 34 fights, he fought 3 undefeated fighters. The last one had 15 fights. Brian Norman, has he ever fought anybody with over 30 wins? Or 30 wins? Did he ever fight anybody with 30 wins?
Yeah, David Avanesian.
What was his record?
30.
30 and what?
34-1. Oh, yeah, okay. I get you. Yeah. No. Yeah. You're right.
Huh?
Yeah, 34-1. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I got you, bro. I got you, man. Look, bottom line, the man is what he is. I done already put out there what's going on. People see what they want to see. He's fighting a man with 15 fights now. He expects people to get excited about it. I'm done chasing him. I'm not chasing him because he don't want to fight. Because if you want to fight, I disrespected everything about that man. And I'm looking at it like, well, damn, if you can get up for a Lima, you can get up for whoever else you say you want to fight, you can damn sure get up for Brian Norman. You can damn sure get up for that. Do it for the culture. Do it for Philly. That's how I was feeling. I'm not on it now, but I'm just telling you that's how I was feeling. You feel me? So now I'm off for him because he clearly don't want to fight. So I'm not even talking about him.
Yeah, I mean, he's at 154 now, right? So he's got other fish to fry.
I'm off for it. Yeah, like I said, I'm off for it. I just want to clear some stuff up that I done cleared up a million times before, that people always that there's no clear nothing from there that people always put there. Nah, but what if? Nah, I think it's always that. That's what it is. What you was just saying. That's what it always is. I think is that. I think is this. With me, I'm gonna tell you what it is.
I think with you're on the ground, so you got an understanding of it. For me, I'm always going to play my position and say,
hey,
I think
why is him so fun? Tell him to tell us the doctor that can tell him at 30 days before. And I know he done asked him what doctor he went to. Tell us what kind so we can go to him.
I don't think so. I don't think YSF's going to say. He heard you say it, so I don't think he's going to.
I need that. You know, he ain't going to say that shit because it ain't true. He ain't going to ask that shit either. They're not going to ask him. But bottom line, that's neither here nor there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, look, at the end of the day, that was definitely a period of time. And I mean, a lot of that is where a lot of this got built from, but still built some momentum for you and your son. You guys moving on now, becoming like main boxing,
I see it as warriors moving like warriors. I see it as Devin Haney got more nuts. I see it as Brian Norman got more nuts. I see it as this is how a fight is supposed to be made. That's what I see it as. I see it as all these boxers bitches. That's what I see it as. I see it as every single elite, so-called elite boxer that said Devin Haney gonna do this and Devin Haney gonna do that. I want you to make sure you raise your hand and step up next because you're in that field. You're in that same squad. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure after Devin Haney get destroyed, make sure whoever all the elite boxers is, step up, step forward. Please come. Don't be so quiet. Make sure you step up next. Now, I got a question for the chat. If you can ask him this.
Yes, sir.
Brian Norman Jr. ain't fought nobody. That's what some people say, right?
Devin
Haney.
Yeah, are they saying that?
No.
I don't know at this point. I guess
it don't even matter. It don't matter. It's Devin Haney somebody.
100%.
So my question is, if Brian Norman Jr. ain't fought nobody, if let's say he beat Devin Haney worse and faster than he beat Jen Sasaki, what does that make Devin Haney?
What does that make Devin Haney?
Yeah. If Brian Norman knocks Devin Haney out faster than he knocked out Jen Sasaki, what does that make Devin Haney? It's a real question.
To me,
yeah,
I can speak for the whole community.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, if you guys want to tap in here in the chat and share your opinion on it, I mean, I think there'd be a lot.
No, I really want. I'm not saying to be fun. I really want to know that if Brian Norman Jr. go in there and destroy Devin Haney and knock him out early, and he knocks him out when Devin Haney said who did he beat? He didn't beat nobody. If he goes in there, he knock him out early. What does that make Devin Haney? Does that make him a bum? Does that make him not?
I think that might make him a shell of himself. I think questions might get answered as far as
so if he go in there and get knocked out, it's because he's a shell of himself.
I mean, he's a great fighter, man. He's always shown his ability to move. You know, obviously that jab. You're gonna expect Devin Haney to be in a competitive fight with Brian Norman at a minimum, win, lose, or draw. If he gets knocked out and made to look like he's nobody, I think people are going to affiliate that a lot to do with, maybe.
But they was saying after that they was watching him with the elite feet in there with Jose Ramirez. He had the elite feet, right? So shell of himself or not, his feet not a shell of themselves. We just saw him at work, right? Right.
If he fights his fight and you knock him out in faster than Jin Sasaki, it's going to speak crazy.
So now it's only if he fights his fight. So now it's about, it's going to be so many questions. Well, that's why.
This is beyond.
I already knew.
He fought against Ryan Garcia in a way that everybody know that wasn't his fight. He was out of his element fighting that way. He fought Jose Ramirez in a way we never seen him really fight before either. So.
All right, man. All right. Now this is where I take over, and this is where I have to realize I know more than all y'all.
Let's go.
Go watch Ryan Garcia fight again. And then I want you to go watch Lomachenko fight. I want you to go watch Jose Linares fight. He always stand in front of them. They are out of range. He always stand in front of people. Jose Ramirez is literally the only fight that he fought where he moved like that.
Right.
You can't name one other fight. Go watch it.
No. I know that. I don't even need to watch it. I know exactly what you're saying. I've spoken on this before already, and I understand that as well. The fact that this is going to be a fight he's going into where he doesn't have the reach advantage, he doesn't have the age advantage, he doesn't have the size advantage, and that's going to be a real interesting part of this fight to watch. You know what I mean? I do feel like the way he fought Ryan Garcia, I think the strategy was wrong, and I think he knew better than to come into. He should have known better if he didn't know better to come into a fight with Ryan Garcia with that mind state. But I agree with you. He's always stood there. He's always had the ability to.
You're missing it. What you're doing is you diminishing. Even though Brian looked horrible, I'm not saying he's a horrible fighter. That night he looked horrible. He only looked good when he was knocking Devin around. Yes, Devin should have won that fight easy if he was an elite boxer like y'all say he is. He should have won the fight easy. What I saw in that fight was a man out there without the advantages that he had before, doing the exact same thing. He did the exact same thing. He slid when it was time to slid. Go watch. First round, you can watch one round. He slid when it was time to slid. He moved when it was time to move. In the first round, very first round. First jab he threw, he got hooked. Ooh, trust me, I studied this. I'm surgical with it for real. Can't nobody tell me, no, I am. I studied. That's how I know he's going to sleep. Can't nobody mess with me with this right here for real. I can tell you all facts. You ain't gonna tell me, somebody in the chat, all the people you said we got in the chats, tell me the fight that he looked amazing against, where he was actually moving, that he wasn't standing in front of him doing what he was doing. With Regis, he was standing in front. I got you. With Regis, he was going to his left. He was still standing in front of him. He didn't get out of range. He had the advantage. Go pay attention. He didn't run from Regis. He did not run from Regis.
No. I'm saying he used his reach. Yeah.
Reach. He always had the advantage. So instead of giving not even Ryan Garcia credit, instead of crediting what the actual truth was, is that, brother, you able to stand right there and beat these people up because you're so much bigger than them. And then when you got there with somebody your own size, your own age, because before Ryan Garcia, he never fought anybody under 30. Never. I know it all, brother. Never fought nobody under 30.
Right. I mean, this is real. All these things are real, man. Like these are the things I say as well. Like this is what I feel like this fight is a big difference. This fight right here, it has a lot of weight behind it and is a very intriguing fight because of all these factors, without a doubt, man. The age, the size, the height, the reach, all these things aren't on the table anymore. And the last time we saw him fight somebody who was on that playing field with him was Ryan Garcia, even though he was on performance enhancement drugs and things of that nature. Regardless, he had issues. He had a hard time dealing with it. And in the fight that we thought we might get some answers as to how he was going to deal with it with Jose Ramirez, he moved around the way he did. And so we didn't get those questions answered. So we about to find out with you guys.
But when he moved around, the fans saying he showed elite feet, though. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, I mean, he did. He moved around.
So they're saying he showed elite feet.
Okay.
Can you think of any other fight that he showed elite feet?
No. Not at all.
No. These people don't know what they're looking at. They making it up in their brain, just like you with the boot situation. You making up what you want it to be. I know the truth. YSM, big dog, that's my dog. Everything I ever text you, everything I ever said about every part of it, just know I know what I be talking about. Pay attention. Everything I ever said came true. That's not by mistake. You feel what I'm saying? Besides the Stanionis outcome. Other than that, everything I ever said, and I didn't say Stanionis was going to beat Boots. That's first of all, let me say that. I said I bet on it, bro. I bet, because I always bet on it. Bro, I know
the story. I know you had some money in the account. I know you just
No. Still.
Still got the money in the account.
Still ain't touched it.
Right.
When I see a fight, when I see a good, when I see a possibility, I go to it. Boom. I spent $400-$500. I still got the money there. So look, my mama always said, R.I.P. my mama, as long as I owe you, you'll never be broke. Them folks owe me, right? I ain't never broke.
No, you good. You definitely got
I'm
enough.
Good. My mama always said, she be like, as long as I owe you, you'll never go broke. But guess what? They still owe me. That money's still sitting there waiting. You know, Boots made me some money too. I never talked about this too much. I bet on the decision with Karen. I can't remember how much I won, but I won a lot. I won a good bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was
going to knock him out, huh?
I knew he wasn't going to stop him. I know what I'm looking at, and that's why I ain't going to tell you what clicked on me. I know what I'm looking at. Boots don't hit hard. Y'all going to find out. He don't. He know he don't. He know he don't. Listen, I tell my son about this, and that's why I say I ain't going to get too much game. I tell my son about this because I've been there before, and I didn't know how to deliver a punch when I was actually in the midst of my real boxing career. I didn't know how to deliver a punch because I got muscles, and it was all, all, man muscle. Notice big, strong, muscular people don't really hit that hard. I taught B how to deliver a punch from the very, very, very beginning. I told B, I said, listen, I done had people on the ropes where you could tee off. I done had them where you could just hit them all up. That is discouraging. The people are looking at you wondering, why is he not knocking them out?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I told him what to do. And I told him how to get him out of there. And as y'all see, it's working. I told him exactly what to do.
No, he's delivering a lot of power. But let me ask you a question, right?
Yeah,
So we've talked about these shortcomings that Devin has, right? But he brings strengths and he brings pedigree into the ring. Have you guys, I mean, what is it that he brings to the ring that you need to be aware of, right? Like,
look. All I can say about Devin is he's a hell of a talent. He's a hell of a fighter. He got a hell of a heart. Got a hell of a heart. Hellified courage. All props to him for this. His daddy a liar. And I'm gonna take care of that real quick in a minute too. His daddy a liar. So he was raised by a damn liar, and I think he's raised on false pretenses, on believing certain things. Outside of that, I don't think we had nothing to worry about. No, I'm not underestimating him. When you underestimate somebody, you say, I'm going to knock him out, but then later on come back and say you couldn't get up for him. That's what you do. You underestimate somebody. We not underestimating.
But senior, right?
It's the truth. It's the truth.
Senior,
That's why you underestimate somebody.
The consensus is in the space that the focus on Boots has been too much to where fans are questioning if you guys are focusing on Devin enough. Do you guys feel like is the focus where it needs to be? Are you preparing, or do you guys just feel like you're ready already and you're just waiting on fight night, or is there an actual preparation happening, a strategy, an approach that's going to ensure you guys a victory? Are you guys focusing on Boots Ennis too much, being that Boots is at 154 pounds now? He's competing in a whole nother conversation right now, looking at, like I said, other fish to fry, and you got Devin Haney in front of you at 147 pounds. Are you guys distracted at all from what you need to be focused on?
No, I'm not distracted at all. And when people say you guys, who is you guys?
Well,
I can do what I want.
As a team.
No. B not with B. Is B with me right now?
No.
B don't he don't live with me. Is B ever with me when I'm doing these interviews? Do you ever see B around me? No.
No, sir.
No. B is never around me. B don't care about Boots. He don't care about him at all.
But you as his trainer, right? As somebody who's controlling the game plan, when you're strategizing and controlling that game plan, however you're going to train, however you're going to get him ready, because he's looking to you for the leadership and for the guidance. Is your mind in the game when it comes to Devin Haney, or is it already got that squared away, and are you focused on Boots too much?
So,
honest question.
I'll tell you. So let me do this. Let me put this out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that people think that I'm focusing on Boots too much, because I'm not focusing on them at all no more. I'm not talking about Boots no more. I just came on here and told you that because it came up. I gave you the breakdown to clear it up because we were talking about you had genuine questions, and I want to clear up some of your genuine questions. That's why I got into that. Other than that, I'm not on here saying, yeah, he a pussy. He don't want to fight. I'm not saying that no more. I'm not saying that in order to get a fight. I'm saying that because that's what he is. But I'm not saying that in order to get a fight. I mean, it's not hard. Look, the man said he pulling cards off real. Well, I'm the first card that need to be pulled.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We talking about. No. I got to finish. My bad. I fucked up. I got to finish. So, can we say this? For the people who say, I'm more focused on Boots and I'm not focusing on the task at hand and I'm underestimating Devin, can we say, I want y'all to get together and say in the chat, I can't see the chat, just so y'all know. Can y'all say, if my son going there and destroy Devin Haney like I'm telling you he gonna do, can we say I'm just smarter than all y'all? Can we say that? That's for the ones who say I'm focusing on Devin. I don't know what I'm doing. Can we just say I'm smarter than all y'all if that's what happened? Can we say that? Yeah, what they saying?
No, they're not saying that at all. They're saying a bunch of other stuff that has nothing. Yeah.
So I can't get the house.
No, so we gotta not me because I agree. Your son not doing nothing today. I mean, I could pull some of them up.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Your son not doing nothing today. So ask that person who say your son not doing nothing today. Ask him, my son going there and wipe them out like I'm telling you he gonna do it. Do I get credit as being smarter than you? Ask them that.
I mean, they hear it.
I want that one person to answer that.
Isaiah.
Yeah,
I don't want to
Isaiah.
hear your son ain't have enough experience after Denver.
That ain't no. Okay, fine. You don't hear me say, you would never hear me say that. I'm asking you, if my son go in there and knock Devin out like I'm telling you he gonna do, will I get the credit for being smarter than you?
There he is. Says, yeah, you get credit.
Bet. Remember that. You remember Isaiah's name. I said I'm gonna start taking names down, but I ain't got time for it. Remember that. Isaiah, I got you.
Okay.
I'm telling you what, I'm taking what I tell you.
I'm assuming that when it comes to this boxing game, I think anybody who has any real idea about what it takes to do this, I'm assuming you're smarter than me in this game, without a doubt. So it's not about me questioning you, but it is questions that the space has, and I can't lie. Like, even when we talked about Boost today, you're definitely still real passionate about it, and you definitely, you definitely have a, you can definitely tell you're passionate about it, and I do wonder and ask myself, are you focused on this camp the way, but I mean, that night we will find out, right? On November 22nd.
I'll tell you what. Plot twist. I've been focused on Boots. He beat Cuevas while I was still focused on Boots. He beat Sasaki while I was still focused on Boots. Plot twist.
Yeah, I mean, there's an argument there that said that these guys aren't Devin, though, right?
I don't study Boots no more. I've been off that. I studied Boots when we was getting ready for Cuevas. I studied Boots when we was getting ready for Sasaki because I wanted that fight. Right. I don't study Boots no more. I got him down to it. I got him. It ain't even down to a science. I know what to do to make everything change. I know what to do to make everything. I got 3 ways to beat it. Okay. I got 3 ways to beat it.
So this situation with Turkey right now with Ring Magazine, and I know you just re-signed with Top Rank. We know Top Rank is moved on from ESPN, and we can only assume. I don't know if you care to speak on it as far as network deals, which you've heard about, but I gotta assume something good is getting ready to happen. You guys re-signed with Top Rank. But so how's this relationship with Turkey going to work? Is this going to be based off of this fight? Is it going to be some kind of ambassadorship or that type of energy or anything like that as far as Turkey's relationship with you guys?
I mean, I can't speak on what the future going to hold when it comes to something like that. We have to see on fight night. Things have changed from each fight, from Santillan to Cuevas to now Sasaki. Things have gotten larger significantly and changed through every single fight. So I can't say what's going to be what after this fight. I can't say what's going to come about after this fight. I can't even say who going to call us out or who going to come on the table after this fight. You feel what I'm saying? I can't say what's going to happen. So I don't know. I just know that I got all belief in my son. I got all belief in my son's ability. I got all belief in his mental. That's the main one that people don't know about. I got all belief in his mental fortitude, and I just know he's gonna do what he need to do, and the rest gonna fall like it's supposed to fall. Cause like I just said when I first got on here, I believe in guidance.
Right. So now 147's changed a little bit with Ennis leaving, and we saw Manny Pacquiao and Rolly Romero do what they did, and Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios do what they did, and we're hearing rumors of potentially, Rolly Romero and Manny, or Rolly now has been elevated to a champion. Are you guys still pursuing undisputed in the welterweight division? Is that still something?
Absolutely. We gonna show y'all how we would look. That's what we changing the game, man. We coming in and we doing exactly what we say we gonna do. We fighting exactly who we say we gonna fight. You ain't gonna have to question. It ain't gonna have to be, you got to go beat something. No. We fighting, we doing what we need to do. Now, of course, on this level, this is where it changes. Hold on, now I gotta make sure I clear this up because it's already happened. On this level, this is where it changes a little bit because it's still all about dollars. It's all about finances when it comes to boxing. It's all about the game of boxing. So if it's a bigger fight, it's a bigger fight. The people I want to beat up, the people I want to fight, sometimes they just don't make sense. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So every time they just don't make sense. So for the team, we don't feel like it makes sense, then we ain't got nothing to prove with it, what it is. Like I said, we're not there about what they're gonna say. And if one of them so-called elite fighters that's saying that they're gonna do this and do that, whatever, I'm hoping one of them step up. If they step up, then it's another fight that we'll take that too.
Okay. So this new deal that you have with Top Rank, how long is it for?
It was extensions, man. That's all it was.
Just an extension for
It
of
was
what?
extensions. It was. I mean, I heard my son do an interview the other day. He didn't really want to talk about it, but it's all. It was just extensions. I'm not going. I guess he didn't want to discuss his business, which is cool. Just know they did some multiplications. So
Okay.
Bill Haney, and that's what. Oh, that's what I was supposed to be doing. Where Bill Haney was out of line at. Where Bill Haney was out of line at is discussing another man's business. Why are you discussing another man's business? You feel what I'm saying? We ain't gonna worry about another man's business. It is what it is. Like you say, you feel how you feel. You do what you do. That ain't got nothing to do. We in the fight. So you saying why would you sign with Top Rank? You feel what I'm saying? Why does that matter? We still in the fight with you. Now, if we sign with Top Rank and now we can't fight him, and we sign with you, then that would make sense. You feel me? Like me with the boots, when I said, why did he sign with Eddie when all the bigger fights? He was a free agent. He was dealing with direct with Turkey, and he said he couldn't get the fights because of money. Turkey is the answer to the money. Why would you do that? That was because I wanted to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I can't control that man's business. I don't need to be in that man's business. That's just realistic. That's just man to man. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. I understand. When you guys do it, when there's a deal made like this with Top Rank, are there fights on the contract? Like fights they're gonna try to make for you? Is there an understanding about, like,
No,
do you know
no.
your schedule, or you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, after this fight, we're gonna be pushing for this fight. They don't tell you yet?
You can never do that. You can never do that. You can never do that in this game the way it is because you never know what's gonna pop up. Who popped up? Sasaki. We wanted Jerron Ennis. We said that. When Sasaki popped up, if YSM still in, he know how I was talking. He knew what it was. When YSM showed, when Jin Sasaki showed up to that fight and they offered us what they offered us, we knew we was gonna take. We knew that we was gonna have to take that fight. But what we wanted to do was see what they was talking about with Boots. You feel what I'm saying? We wanted that fight. He wanted the unification. He had to clear that up. So we was like, let's see what they talking about. See what we can do. Let's see when they try to fight. Because we said we're gonna do. That's why I said on the Mill City interviews, we gonna be his next fight, but he may not be ours. I said it clear as day. I said it on every interview. People they act selective about their hearing. Oh, you went and fought Sasaki. We could have fought Sasaki and we could have fought Boots. We can fight. We can work two jobs just because you ain't working on me. We ain't gotta work. We young. We can do that.
Right. So, all right. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this Devin Haney fight, and it's the big fight, one way or the other. Whether you guys think it's easier or it's not, November 22nd is a big fight in Riyadh season. This could potentially open so many doors for you. After defending against Devin Haney, yesterday's price will never be today's price, right? I mean, is it safe to say that pretty much that the price point you're at right now will kind of?
Yeah. That's a definite now. You know that.
Exactly.
Yeah, once you get somewhere, you don't really go down like that. But I want to talk about David Lioness for 2 seconds. Oh, you want to talk about something real quick? Hold on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can get into it because I wanted to speak on. I wanted to go into the testing a little bit into that situation and what ended up coming out of it on the other side of it. But go ahead. What were you going to speak on?
Yeah. No, go ahead. We'll talk about that. Let's get it.
Okay. So the testing, the 365 testing, and I wanted some clarity on my side about exactly what in details in that. So now, what is your understanding of the testing going into this fight with Devin? Is this a 365 testing? Is this what it is from your understanding? What it is? What is it?
All right, from my understanding, which I always go do my research when I'm involved in something, I got to get somewhere and talk because my face is everything, and I got to stand on it. With the 365 testing, to my understanding, is actually non-existent. There is no 365 testing. 365 is just what it says, 365 days a year. And there are 365 days a year. So that means you're on drug testing all year long. To my understanding, I had somebody look, there was nowhere to sign up for Vita 365. So how can you be on 365 if there's nowhere to sign up for Vita 365? Where do you find these applications at? They're not there. We are signed up for Vita testing for Devin through November the 22nd when they fight.
and then you're no
My son has
longer
been tested. My son has been tested 3 times. He passed every time.
100%. Got you. And
Wait. I want to clear something else. Go ahead. Keep going.
no. Go ahead.
No. They go with line ass Bill. I'm gonna deal with that later. Go ahead.
Okay. So now there was issues in the beginning with the testing question. I guess there was an issue. What was the confusion about? I mean, it seems like regular at this point. What was the confusion all about?
There was no confusion. The confusion was Bill Haney doing what Bill Haney do, just trying to cause an uproar, trying to cause a stir, and just trying to cause something. That's it. He just scared. July the 10th, the day we was in New York, the day we did the press conference, the day that thing happened with the security guard, that day, Brian Norman signed the VADA paperwork. I didn't know that he signed the VADA paperwork and said, okay, cool. Going on vacation at the end of the month. He had back to school giveaway. He had a pool. He had a lot of stuff going on at the end of the month. So he said, cool. It was 2 weeks. He said, okay, cool. I'll start August 1st. Wasn't a big deal. It was only required to be for 8 weeks. That's what people don't understand. VADA testing per turkey, per the terms, are only 8 weeks. We agreed to 16 weeks. Okay? We agreed to 16 weeks of testing. Now, my question was, Bill knew that. He knew that it started August the 1st. He had no issue with it starting August the 1st until the 8th day. He woke up on the 8th day. He sent out a tweet to all of his minions, and he said, do a story on this. I know, because I know people too. And they mess with me, they rock with me too. They said, bro, Bill trying to do a smear campaign on you. He's sending his tweet out telling his YouTubers to do stories on this to bring attention to it. So my question was, why did it take you 8 days to have a problem with it? You didn't just find out. You knew. You feel what I'm saying? So we like, bro, what's the big deal? We be back August the 1st is cool. So now that's what you got to hide? What you got to hide? I agreed. Said, B, you ain't got nothing to hide. Go and take the test. It's all good. So they was threatening pulling out the fight, which they wouldn't go do. But y'all said, you know what, B? Go and prove you clean. It is what it is. B signed up. They tested him like 2-3 days later in Aruba. So they came to Aruba, testing about 2-3 days later. I'm losing my voice. Something serious, boy. But anyway, now we're yelling at the fight this weekend. But they tested him in Aruba 3 days later. After that, he got tested again and again. So he's been tested 3 times, tested clean all 3 times.
Right.
The day he signed up, like I told his minions, bro, this is nothing but a fucking a ploy. It's nothing. Devin comes out and say, that's right, do as you're told. Well, that proves that's what it was. It was nothing. It wasn't about no clean drug. I didn't hear nobody say, hey, thank you, King. Glad you clean. Thank you, King.
Right.
I ain't hear none of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for obliging, proving that you clean so we can have a clean fight.
So you think it was just like a head game?
I know it was. But it's all good. You got some of his minions that still don't know he been tested. They still don't know he even involved. He's still enrolled. Go read some of the comments.
Right.
Oh, that's why you ducking that drug test. Oh, you still ain't enrolled in VADA, dumbass. You feel me? They don't know what's going on.
No doubt. Look, Cool Hand 6, salute for the $5. Says 365 is definitely a program. Bill already told him he has to send an email to notify VADA. You want to participate. Oh, tell VADA that you want to participate in a 365.
Well, like I said, there's no, according to what I saw, I hear what you're saying, what Bill said. Bill is a liar. Okay? Bill is a liar. He lies all the time. He lies all. There's no, you can go look on VADA website. All of y'all go to VADA website. You can look yourself and see, can you sign up for 365? Now, if you sign up for 365, you would think they test you 365. We are still getting tested now through the fight. So it ain't 365 because we ain't going to have 365 days a year before we fight. But it's going to be all the days up until this fight. So whatever we do from that point ain't got nothing to do with Bill. We ain't paying for it. Why we need to pay to prove we clean the who?
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? We Turkey playing for 8 weeks, we clean. Bill playing for 8 weeks, we clean. What we talking about?
Right.
That's all they worry about.
The 365 would have to be something you guys pay out of your pocket, pretty much. If
Yes.
you were to do it.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Why would we do that? For what? Who we trying to prove? We never bought dirty.
Right.
What we trying? Hey, look. Matter of fact, according to Devin Haney, B did what he was supposed to do. So why is it B Norman is the only one that got Bill 365? Why is B Norman the only one that's being scrutinized? According to Devin Haney, Devin Haney said any of them other guys, if T.O. get in there, they would do the same thing to Sasaki. I've never seen T.O. do that to anybody in his life. Nobody. I didn't see him do it to Josh Padley. He knocked out Richard Comey, but he didn't sleep him like he didn't do him like what B did. I've never seen none of them do it to anybody.
Mm-hmm. Let me see here. Ray Davis, salute Ray Davis said, you said to Ness that you didn't know, even show the text Ness gave you showing that you signed up, and then said your team knew you didn't. So you said to Ness that you didn't know, even showed the text. Even showed the text that Ness gave you showing that you signed up, and then you said your team knew you didn't.
I don't get what he's saying. You got to clear that up.
I'm a little confused. I guess he's saying that you said to Ness that you didn't know about the testing, but I guess Ness sent you some.
You're outdated, sir. You know things change, right? You do know things change, right? You do know that if I don't know something that day, I can go tomorrow and learn it, and now I know it, right? So if I'm talking now, then that means I know it now, right? Things do change. All right. So if I said I didn't know it that day, I didn't know it that day. I just came on here, and everywhere else I went, and I said I learned about it. I say I learned whatever I'm a part of. I said that on here in this same interview.
Right.
So if you late to the party, go somewhere and sit down.
Okay. So that being said, I'm interested in what you were about to expose, because before you leave, I definitely want to get some boxing conversation from you as far as because I know you're a boxing fan. I know you're watching a lot of fights. You said you want to go this weekend.
That is what Bill got it's a transvestite. He be wearing like a fake Abraham Lincoln beard. It's kind of funny, like straight up. But listen, here's Bill on his show, and they lying and try. I mean, why? I don't know. Because we already gave him props for accepting the fight, but I got it. It's like crazy. But listen,
I got a legit question, and I want your take on this, brother. Why is Brian Norman Sr. lying right now? Why did this man say that he asked you for the fight when legitimately y'all the one that challenged him? Why is he saying this?
Hey man, lies not matching up, alibi catching up. You know what I mean? Listen, Brian Norman, you never mentioned Devin's name. How could you mention Devin's name when you said you couldn't even mention Boot's name? You did? What? He was on the list amongst other guys.
All right. So he just told the transvestite, I don't know if he was trying to get with him or what, but he just told the transvestite that I never mentioned his name.
That's what initially he called me about. And then all this other shit came out, you know?
Hold on.
It's breaking up.
No, I didn't put it on. I didn't put it on yet.
Okay.
Is a makeable fight for your son.
My bad, dog. My bad. All right, here we go. I got it.
Hey, I mean, Brian Norman Sr. Brian Norman Sr. asking, could he jump on? And he said, he sent the message. And I ain't saying back, you know I don't do that, Bill. Hold on. He just texted me. He said, ask him, would he be interested in fighting Norman next? He on the list.
He on the list.
Yes, hold on, Norman. I ain't sent him the link, though, because you know I ain't gonna send him back. No. Okay, no, I don't have any problem with Norman. But first, Norman, don't jump in front of the honorable mention unless you're the nigga. If you're the nigga, then I'll direct all missiles towards you. Now, are you the nigga? And are the people for that? First, who is the nigga? He said he can't jump on. He in Japan, but listen. He said his son definitely that nigga. Okay, well listen. Good luck, and I respect that you the nigga. That's why you're on the list. You dig what I'm saying? He said I can't talk till after the fight. When you can talk, it's fine. You're on the list, so don't even worry about it. It's a bunch of you niggas on there, nigga. Yeah. Now, he said we accept. Okay, back to the honorable mention.
Back to the honorable mention. You hear that? You heard that?
He calling you the honorable mention.
No, Richardson Hitchison.
Oh, that's right, Hitchens. That's right. That's right.
He was running around. He was running around town looking for Richardson Hitchison. He acted like he couldn't find a fight.
Right.
So I was like, "We'll take that fight." Hold on 1 second, dog.
So this is you showing that you guys were actually the ones who put it in to make the fight happen to a degree.
I called him right there on the spot and asked him for the fight. Hold on, watch this. This is after I called in. These are the fans pressing him about it. And let me tell you what he said. Listen.
It's a makeable fight for your son. Out of all the 10 names on the list, who is a makeable fight right now for your son?
Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis.
So he's going to go down to 135.
No, you're speaking
But Shakur
he didn't want to fight Brian. He was to my honorable mention. He's my Shakur Stevenson and whatever. Watch this. I got another one for you. Hold on. He a liar. And that's what I'm saying. Listen. This was before the Sasaki fight.
I know they through to do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, the future's bright. Like I said, Junior's very, very, very young. A lot of smoke out there. Obviously, he's linked to one moon, but there's a lot of different options for him. You know, but first we got to take care of business on the 19th, man.
Hey, you know I got to do some controversial. I got to take some controversial shit to make the chat hate me a little bit.
Hold on. Make sure y'all keep the comment. If y'all want some more controversial shit, y'all got to switch out that shit.
Listen. I think all bullshit aside, I think one of the realest welterweights out there right now is Devin Haney. I know this shit sounds stupid.
How the hell if he ain't 41?
I'm about to tell you.
Yo, what y'all feel like? Come on, get the chat going. I'm gonna tell you why.
Tell you why I say that. If this is an if now, so I ain't gonna say now. If they go and do what they keep saying they're gonna do and got that checklist and that hit list, if it's the motherfuckers, because my son name on that hit list. If they take them fights, them some bad motherfuckers. Them some bold motherfuckers. Them some brave motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? If that's a big ass if. You feel me? Because you better believe, I know we got shit to deal with. I would love a Devin Haney fight. I would love my son to have a Devin Haney fight. Of course, it's my son's career, so I can't really say too much and do too much because he's going to do whatever he want to do anyway. You feel what I'm saying? And again, you're talking the bullshit. We want that next. So again, he probably gonna have a homecoming fight next if they talking that shit. You feel what I'm saying? But if a Devin Haney come up, or if I can get a chance to call out Devin Haney, oh my God, I'm calling. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm hoping that he will take. That's what's up.
I'm so sick. I'm so sick of these dummies trying me. I told you, bro. Y'all can never. I don't care who it is. Whether it's that transvestite, whether it's Bill Haney, whether it's Devin Haney, whether it's YSM, whether it's Greg Hackett, whether it's Gay Boy Johnny Ortiz, I don't care who it is. They can never get me on nothing because that's what me and my son changing the game at. We doing what we said we gonna do. We mean it. We say we gonna whoop your ass. We try to whoop your ass. Ain't enough saying. Let's pull up. Let's get it. So does that prove that Brian Norman been calling out Devin Haney?
I mean, yeah, that shows that there was an interest in the fight for sure. And this was before the
Yes, you heard what we were saying. We got to take care of the business in Japan. You heard me say, he said, I'm in Japan. I can't say nothing after the fight. You heard all of that.
Right.
You've never heard Bill say Brian Norman name nowhere until, matter of fact, I got one even better for you.
Yeah, the list came out afterwards, right? The list came after the
No. The list came out before.
Okay.
Hold on. I got one better for you. Hold on. This is what Turkey said to even prove it. Because what they tried to do is when Turkey them sent both of us the offer, we accepted first. when we accepted, we was like, they accepted it for real? They told us. They're like, no, they ain't accepted yet, but we're going to get it to them. Later on that day, that's when Bill put a tweet out. I'm searching for a big bad dude with a left hook from hell. No, you not. You just received the offer and know that we accepted the fight. Watch this.
Tell you something. The situation was
Turkey Dallas Chief.
Haney was in bad luck with us. Each time we go close, having a big fight with him, something happened. Garcia lose. Tumanivo, I will not explain. You understand what happened for Tumanivo. And after that, we see the options normal. Okay? Especially in the end of his performance in Japan. And he had the belt. We reached them both at the same time. But all the times I said, and I am straight in this, if we reach you and have agreements, we want it to be secret until we finish the small details. You understand me? Yes. Okay? Right.
You heard that? You heard that?
Yeah, I did hear it.
He
So
said they said yes.
Yeah, I mean, so ultimately, Turkey was trying to find a fight for Devin and having a hard time getting a fight, and you guys came up.
Basic. How hard is that? That's basic. But Bill Haney want to be Debo and want to be bad and want to lead the ship so bad. He felt the need to put lies out like, yeah, no, we looking for him. No, we were looking. No, you wasn't. You were looking for Richie Henderson. You were looking for little bit ass Tank. You were looking for little bit ass Chris Shakur. You were looking for us. We were looking for you.
So this fight, you feel or right, that this is not a fight that they want. Let me just make sure I read this $5 super chat by Cool Hand. Says, Senior, make sure you drink some hot lemon tea because Bill don't lose his voice. Your voice box on a standing 8 count. LOL.
Hey, you see that?
Norman Senior eyes future Devin Haney matchup for his son, who would love the opportunity. Yeah.
Look at the time. Look when it was.
I don't see it. Let me see. No, not that corner. That's not showing on that corner. It must be the other corner.
Oh, hold on. It's at the top.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. It says 7 months ago.
7 fucking months ago. Checkmate. Stop playing with me. Bill Haney take you and your gay boys and go hide somewhere. Stop playing with me.
This is going to be an interesting fight. This thing is building up to be a very, very interesting fight.
No, it ain't. Bill ain't out here. Bill ain't trying to talk no more. Bill don't want no smoke.
Well, I mean, I'm just talking about the fight in the ring. I'm saying the fight is going to be a very interesting
fight in the ring, but Bill ain't coming out here. Bill ain't playing. Look, real
so
recognize
why
real.
Bill's not out here for it? Why do you think? What do you think Bill's doing if he's not out here? Why is he not out here?
Okay, Bill contacted the last person to beat Brian Norman Jr. on December the 7th, 2016. Brian Norman Jr. turned 16 years old on November the 23rd, 2016. So 2 weeks later, he fought a guy by the name of LaVars Carter. Shout out to LaVars Carter. Great close fight. Could have went either way. I think it was a split decision win for LaVars Carter. Bill, dumbass, go get LaVars Carter, or trying to get LaVars Carter. I don't know if he got him or not, but if he did, shout out to LaVars Carter to get that bread. But he called LaVars Carter from 2016 because he the last one to beat Brian Norman Jr. Bill, listen, Bill is out here. He trying to figure out a way. He see what I see. Look, I talk and I say what I say for a reason. Because I pointed out, when I pointed out to y'all, to the fans, to the Devin Haney fans, they don't want to listen. But guess who do listen? Bill hear me. He knew I'm telling the truth. Bulls, when they was talking, they know I'm telling the truth. They know I'm telling the truth. They know when I say what I'm saying about what they're doing, about what they can and what they can't do, they know I've done my research. When they go back and they look for themselves and see what I'm talking about, they be like, damn. The only way Devin Haney is going to beat Brian Norman Jr. is if a totally different fighter step in their ring. The fighter that I've seen in all of those fights won't beat Brian at all. He don't stand a chance.
This is gonna be an interesting fight. I do believe Devin's gonna be tested in a way we haven't seen him tested, but I also wonder. And, you know, I go back to the Quentin Randall fight, and that was a good fight, but that was probably the closest fight we have stylistically to comparing it to what it might be with Devin Haney. Are you guys anticipating a boxing match in this fight? In other words, are you anticipating that Devin that fought against Jose Ramirez moving around, or are you expecting a fighting Devin?
No, don't run past Quentin Randall. I'm glad you brought that up. Let me ask you a question. You watched Quentin Randall fight?
Yeah, I did.
So it was an ugly fight, but did you see B getting beat up?
No.
Did you see? But did you see him piecing B up or touching him at all?
No, but it seemed like Brian was having a difficult time getting what I think he wanted to do. I think Quentin Randall was
that things I like to break down. Say I like this. I like this. I like it, especially for the people who don't know and say what they say. Only the ones who got sense and go look for themselves will see what I'm saying. So Quentin Randall was never away from Brian Norman, right?
No.
So if anything, Brian Norman was smothering himself.
Smothering Quentin?
He was smothering himself. He was smothering his own punches.
Right. So why?
It happens, brother. Ain't nobody perfect. It happens. It's a learning curve. It happens. B don't smother himself, and you'll never see him smother himself in no other fight. You can go to any fight you want. This was the first fight that a person challenged B. It was trash talking. This was the first fight. So to me, I actually think that Quentin Randall fight went perfect for this Devin Haney fight, because now he know what not to do. He know not to go in there with emotions. He know not to go in. See, listen to me, brother.
I was going to ask you that too. I'm glad you're
people talk about Quentin Randall, and they say, go look at the Quentin Randall fight. I'm like, well, did you actually look at the Quentin Randall fight? Because according to y'all, Devin is going to box his nose off. Quentin Randall wasn't boxing his nose off. So that doesn't go with what you're saying. What it was what Brown was doing wrong. That goes with what we saying. All we got to do is be the best us. We ain't got to worry about Devin Haney. That's it. It's not hard.
So you think that Quentin Randall fight was actually gonna help you? That Quentin Randall fight actually showed you something, and those adjustments were made, and you're gonna see a better Brian Norman.
No, I'm not even gonna give nobody credit about no adjustments. No adjustments was made. No, Brian Norman went out there and did something he wasn't supposed to do. He just knows not to do it this time. It ain't about no adjustments. We didn't have to go out and practice nothing. There was nothing that needed to be practiced from that fight. It was just an attitude. It's something that needed to be done. Why would you go out there and do it? Look, what are you? Look at what you're doing. You fighting with emotion. You going in there. You trying to. That ain't how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Keep in mind. I know they hate when I say this. Even though it matters when it comes to Abdullah Mason, it matters when it comes to a Xander Zayas, it matters when it comes to a Carmel Moulton, it matters when it comes to all these young fighters. Brian Norman was 22 years old.
Right.
Matter of fact, his birthday was in November. He fought in November. Right. No, he was about to turn 23. There we go. He was finna be turned 23 years old, so he was 22 years old. You feel me? He won the fight. When you take another fighter who win a fight and look horrible, can't cut the ring off, man getting away from him, they'll say, he won 12-1. 12-0. What y'all talking about? But you take a Brian Norman that didn't get touched at all like that. He didn't get beat up in that fight.
Right.
He didn't get clipped.
Huh? He didn't get beat up. He didn't.
No, he didn't. So I don't know. But again,
and the one the line carried around was a unanimous decision. I think it was like 99, 91, 97.
Those are the haters looking for something to hold on to. That's all it is. I'm telling you, the boy is going. Look, The only way, and I do believe in this, I don't believe that everything is always on our side. I don't believe that everything that I don't believe like people have this selfishness about them. They think God always on their side and favor is always on their side and they God's, God favor them. I'm not that. We not that kind of people. All we can do is what we do. But if we go in there and it was in his God's night, it's David's night, and God grant him that night, then so be it. But by talent wise, and from what I see, it ain't happening.
Interesting. Well, definitely looking forward to see it, man. There's only so much talking can be done. That fight in the ring is going to be the ultimate litmus test, right? Of this one chapter in Brian Norman Jr.'s career, and I do think this is an opportunity. You guys checked so many boxes, but I do feel like that Quentin Randall box, that boxing that Devin Haney brings to the table. I think there's some questions there, you know what I mean, and questions that'll be answered that night. And for Devin, questions about a lot of things for him too.
Clearly. Hold on. You went back to Quentin Randall.
Yeah, I got to be honest. Yeah.
No. So fight like Quentin Randall. How is that going to help Devin?
Well,
according to them,
Devin is.
According to them, Brian not even going to catch Devin Haney. That's what they saying.
Well, I think the consensus is that Devin is better than Quentin Randall, right? Would you say that?
He's very much better than Quentin Randall, but Quentin Randall didn't beat up Brian. So what are we talking about? He didn't. Yeah. If you were saying if Quentin Randall was doing what he was doing, to imagine what Devin going to do to him. He wasn't doing that to him. Am I wrong? Tell me when I'm wrong.
I think the facts are. I think the facts are that there's a level up here. That's what I think. Okay. I think there's definitely a level up. And
so let's talk about the fact. Let's talk about the fact. Does Brian still look like that in any fight?
Say it one more time. Does Brian?
Does he move? Does he even move that way? The way he moved in that fight. With anything he did in that fight, does he still do that now?
With Quentin?
Yes.
You're saying the way he did with Quentin, does he move like? No, but I don't think he's been in the ring with the Quentin.
No. You missing it. Let me teach you something. You gotta look at the fighter. Mm-hmm. Look at what the fighter is attempting to do. He doesn't even attempt to move that way. Fighters and people are creatures of habit. They do what they do. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So no matter who you're in there with, if you're a puncher and you're trying to get to somebody to punch him and you're trying to rush in there, which is what he did with Quentin Randall.
Exactly.
Why would he not try to rush in there on everybody else? Quentin Randall wasn't getting away from him. Quentin Randall was in his face. Mm-hmm. Don't look.
No, I do. You're right.
Y'all don't know what you're looking at. You got to understand. Look, listen, I ain't got to explain that. Y'all gonna see for yourself. You can think, hope, whatever you want. You just remember, anybody talking that noise, I want you to come in. I want you to bow down.
No doubt. I love it. Before, because your voice is going, so I do want to get some opinions on what's going on in the boxing space right now. A lot's going on right now, right? So just some quick topics real quick. I hate to go back to Boots at all, but Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, I'm very interested in how you looking at that fight, going into that fight in September. Where are you at with that fight at this point? A lot's happening. Where you at?
I got Crawford by the decision.
Okay. So, how do you feel about the power that Canelo brings and Terrence Crawford's ability to take those shots? And is his power going to translate at all at 168? How do you see him taking it to a decision? Is he going to?
So has Canelo power translated at 168?
Me personally, I got Terrence winning by the way too as well. But
I'm asking, has Canelo power translated at 168?
I think the last time I saw that happen was probably Caleb. And other than that was the last time I saw it, I would say translated at 168.
Caleb was boxing his nose off until Caleb got worn down and got called, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Fatigue would defeat any man.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't the power. It was the fatigue plus getting called. That's all. It wasn't the power.
Yeah, that's how I see it as well. Do you think Terrence Crawford can hurt Canelo?
No, that stand to be seen. I mean, I don't think. No, I don't know. I don't know. I ain't gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no because no, I'm not gonna say no. Here, Devin Haney can hurt Brian Norman because you got to understand. Oh no, listen. You still have two grown men with fists. You feel what I'm saying? The human body is un. Damn, I hate when I be missing stuff. You don't know what it's gonna do. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So you never know what it's gonna do. You can get grazed right here and get this. You can get grazed the side of your glove. It's happened before.
Yeah.
You heard me?
Yes, sir.
People get mixed up. It's not about power all the time. The side of your gloves can graze right here. If that happens, then guess what? But God favored him that night and shot his off to you.
That's a great question that I should have asked you, and I'm glad you answered it. And I wanted to know when you brought up. I was going to ask you, can Devin hurt Brian? But you just answered it.
Anybody can be hurt in that ring. You in the ring, you got Jaime McGee that got knocked out by a dude that's had 4 knockouts.
Right.
It's not about power. When you go to power and you do and you take a sample of the power, you can put the chances. That's what the knockout percent is. What are the chances of you knocking them out? They're not very good. But can you knock them out? Absolutely. Tell you what, real quick, take a man cold. Most knockouts you see on these videos, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. A man is sitting there. He didn't get his adrenaline up enough. Boom, he get hit. He sleep, over with. Feel me? Different ways. It's the body. The human body is amazing. It's different.
Okay. So we got news that came out last week. Gervonta Tank Davis fighting Jake Paul.
Say what now?
I said we had news come out last week. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. As a I think I heard Junior speak on this a little bit, just kind of like, speaking on it a little bit, but I'm interested in your opinion on it as far as how do you see it from somebody in the space as a boxing trainer, as a fan of boxing. How do you see that?
How do I see the fight playing out, or how do I see it?
Yeah, I mean, not say I don't care, but I don't. But I'm saying
it's a money grab. It's a clear money grab. It's a clear money grab. Shout out to Tank for getting that bread, getting that money. I think it's an injustice to Lamont Roach. I do understand that, and he held a man's career up for quite a while. You know what I'm saying? Because Lamont Roach was hot. He could have had other things, big things popping. He could have been in a training camp already. So that was pretty bad. You can't. I don't believe in messing with people's time. You know what I'm saying?
He was like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, that's a lot of time. You can't be playing with people's time like that. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand the outrage of what it is, though.
Right. As far as boxing is concerned, though, do you think he's leaving food? I mean, I'll say it like this: do you think he returns after this Jake Paul fight? Do you see him returning back to compete at 135, 140, or just getting back into that conversation with the Shakurs and the Teofimos and all those other fights, Keyshawn potentially, all the fights that people want to see him make? Do you think he comes back to handle any of that?
No.
He retires?
Yeah, I just don't see it. No.
Yeah. That's it. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Any opinions on
wait. Let me change that. If he did, it would be like a Manny Pacquiao. It would be like how Floyd got addicted to that type of money he was making. Canelo, the same kind of money he was making. I don't think you can go from one to the other. You feel what I'm saying? I think it's kind of hard to do that. So either it'll be like a Pacquiao fight, or it'll be a situation of a couple of years don't went by and he makes a return because he needs some more bread.
And that changes the whole energy of the fighter as well. So I think that's when you start to play boxing, and I think that can get kind of dangerous when you start playing boxing. What do you think about this whole entire Jerron Boots Ennis sparring Canelo Alvarez and going over to the camp and helping him prepare to fight against Terrence Crawford? Any opinion one way or the other? What does that look like from the outside looking in, from you looking from the outside looking in to see something like that?
Unnecessary criticism. It's unnecessary. I'm glad I'm not in it. I'm glad I ain't got a part in it. I ain't got a dog in that fight. I do understand where some people coming from. I highly understand. So I think it's unnecessary, but I'm not like, man, why y'all tripping? I'm not gonna press you about it being unnecessary. You feel what I'm saying? You feel how you feel. I understand why you feel how you feel, but I just don't agree. You know what I'm saying? Would I have done it, or would I have wanted my son to do it at a dynamic like this? Absolutely not. Not in a fight like this. This is, you might well say, man, you can call it, you want to call this for the culture. It's for the culture, bro. So I do understand people calling him a traitor. I understand. I just don't agree. You feel me? I wish Boss can be a little more private, and him posting pictures and doing all that might have shot himself in the foot. So that was on him. So I don't know. But I don't agree. I don't agree with the criticism about it though. But I do understand it.
Okay, so you don't agree with the criticism, but you understand where people are coming.
Yeah, no, he needs it. One of my criticisms about him, and what I told YSM, he probably gone now, is he never go nowhere. That's not how you build a fighter. That's not how you build a man. I had to take my son everywhere. I've seen too much. Anyway, I had to take my son everywhere. I know what it takes. You feel what I'm saying? I know what it takes. And being in your backyard, in your house, and that don't do you no good. They don't. You don't see nothing in there but what you see. You see the same old thing every day. What about when you get somewhere else? So I think it did. I think it did him the most good outside of Canelo, because I don't think he fight nothing like Crawford.
Now, the question I was going to ask, you think that's a good sparring partner for Canelo? I was going to ask you that. Do you think that helps Canelo?
I think it's a great sparring partner because it's a great sparring partner. Because it's great work. It's some of the best work he could get. But do I think it's going to help him with Terrence Crawford? No, I don't. So, you know that, like, sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes it be like that, like Sasaki. With Sasaki, we knew what he was. We knew he wasn't going nowhere. We knew he wasn't boxing. So it's like, at some point, any work was good work. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like, all right, cool. We know what we dealing with. We know what we got. I know he was going to knock him out. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, any work is good work. So we didn't need a specific type of sparring partner for that.
Yeah. You and Boots shared, your son and Boots shared the ring before sparring. I remember those stories are kind of crazy. Does Boots, from your opinion, the way he spars, does he box the same way? Does he fight the same way? Like, you know what I mean? Is it similar, or is he different in the gym?
That's the problem. That's what I'm about to tell you. I think it's a competition type thing. It's when he's in his hometown, when everything is in his element, and he happy. That's his happy space.
Mm-hmm.
Then he doing what he do. But when he get hit, he don't. When he get hit the right way, then he got to respect it. When he know it ain't no game, he don't fight the same at all.
Right.
But we not gonna see that no time soon because he fighting Lehman. So
yeah, we gotta wait till 2026 to see what comes out of there. I mean, you know, we'll see. I'm not too familiar with Lima, so I don't know what kind of fight he's gonna be bringing to the table.
Ain't nobody familiar with Lima. Stop it. Cut it out.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know him. You know what I mean? I definitely don't know him. So we'll see. We'll see
Apparently he couldn't get up for T.O. He couldn't get up for Karen. He couldn't get up for nobody. He couldn't get up for nobody, but he can get up for Lima. So that's all we know.
I guess that's a fair assessment. You know what I mean? I mean, supposedly there were offers put out there, but I mean, we don't know. We won't know. Lima is who's on the table right now. That's what we're going to be looking at.
Supposedly there were offers of a little. Look, that's the games that Eddie played, and that's my point. I keep saying this. If I tell you, Claymore, hey bro, I need you to do me. No, I ain't gonna say do me a favor. Claymore, I'm offering you $15 to come from wherever you had to come wash my car. You got me. No, I'm gonna have to decline that. Oh man, he declined. That's what it is. That's what it is. You can't tell me what you gonna pay me. The money is not the money. I keep telling people the money is not the money. You might as well chop it in half. If the offer is 250, which seemed to be the going offer, if the offer is 250, then they're looking at 125.
Okay. After they pay everybody out and pay taxes,
Yes.
you got to pay out.
No, no, stop saying taxes. See, no, that's before taxes.
Right.
That's before taxes.
You're saying the 100, the half of 250, 125 is before taxes.
I've done this before. Can you get your calculator out?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, 250,000. If you cross promote, so you ain't fighting for your promoter, so you got to pay your promoter. If you would buy, I just heard that if you were pro box, you pay 30%. So minimum, this is the minimum you pay your promoter is 20%. 20% of $250,000 is $50,000.
Right.
Put that down. So 250 minus $50,000.
Right. It's 200.
You're trying to get $25,000. Put that down.
Who gets 25,000?
Your trainer.
Okay. 50, 25 for the trainer.
Trying to get $25,000. Your manager gets minimum 10%. That's minimum. That's the bare minimum. Like it's usually 15. So we're gonna be more realistic. 10, 15, 25. Just put 30,000. So 30,000 for the manager.
30?
That's 25,000. That's 25,000 plus 5,000. Yeah, so put 30,000 on. That's fair. Yeah. The manager usually get the minimum. The best manager get 10%, but that's not common. Normal is like 15, 12, sometimes 20.
Okay.
So put 30. That's why I say just to be even, put 30.
All right. So far we're at 140K.
With $140,000, now you got to cut, man. You got to pay. You got your other people. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm saying you cut it in half.
Okay, and then you tax what's left.
No, now. If now on this one, that's where we at, and no, you don't tax what's left. That's where we at. If it's for a belt, you got to say pay sanctioning fees. Those are like 3%, 2%, something crazy. You feel me? But this is not out of the total. Out of the total, people don't understand this. Now, where I said something about taxes is in the end, they're gonna tax you in the bracket of it's nowhere near you, and they're gonna tax you in the bracket of the complete amount. So if you made that complete amount of 250 plus whatever else you might have made, now you're in a certain tax percentage bracket. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You feel where I'm coming?
Yes,
now
sir.
you do the deductions of everything I just told you, which are legitimate deductions. You deduct you deduct that 115,000. I'm sorry, 110,000. You deduct that 110,000 based on those are legitimate deductions, but the percentage was where you feel where I'm coming from?
Hold on. What? No, I'm confused. I'm lost at the 110,000. What's that? Is that what all this adds
you
up?
deduct, so when you get your tax, first of all, that ain't all the money you made that year. That ain't all the money you made. So depending on where you at, that's where where the tax bracket you're gonna be in. But we're gonna keep it at the 250 and say that's all the money you made. So now you tax that 250, right? You deduct the 110, which are legitimate business expenses, right? So that's how you get taxed on the 140. Now at least the 140 gets taxed.
Right.
You feel me?
Got you.
That's not no money, bro. And you asking them to fight you asking them to stop doing whatever they doing, fight you in your hometown, fight you on your terms, fight you when you want to fight. For what? For what? Who the freak are you? For what?
So what is Brian Norman Jr. offering if you guys reach out to make a fight? I mean, how much what's a normal offer from you guys? What a fighter's making?
You got to understand, we just reached that status, which is why the negotiation, the renegotiation, what you just said about the contract, they just did multiplication. I can bet you that his minimums was what they was, but they just did multiplication. So now we're in a whole lot better space. That's why I said, be worried about somebody else's money, but you worry about the wrong thing. Don't worry about what we doing.
No doubt, no doubt. Salute to Andrew Charles in the building. Says, go in there and mug Haney. I can't stand that dude.
We got him. We just holding everything in the road till we get in the ring, bro. We got him.
It's gonna be a great fight.
Now, look, the confidence shows with how you are, how you act. How does Bill Haney change who he is? Bill Haney was he was everywhere. Hey, Richard Henderson, where you at? Hey, where you at? Hey, I'm calling Shakur. All these, where you at, bro? You can't change who you are.
Is there an argument there to say that they're just taking you very seriously and working hard in the lab? They're taking you very seriously?
Well, according to Devin Haney, bro, who was Brian Norman? Who has he beat? I don't know none of them guys. Did you not hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. I mean,
according to Devin Haney, he ain't nobody. Did you know that this is the first time Devin Haney has ever? Did you know this is the first time Devin Haney ever been the underdog?
Yeah, I didn't even check into that. Is he the underdog on this one?
He is the underdog.
So you guys are favored.
This is the first time in his whole life he's ever been the underdog.
Interesting.
So I want to give another fact to the people. I want to give another fact to the people who say Brian Norman has never faced a fighter like Devin Haney. Devin Haney has never faced a fighter like Brian Norman.
I agree. 100% I agree. I definitely agree on that. I think that makes his fight. Everything, man. This fight might be the legitimately. It's not the headline, but this is the probably the most competitive fight. I mean, that's a great card too that you guys are on, a real good card. But this might be it. This might be the fight on that card. David Benavidez and Anthony Yarde, right?
Yeah. I think it is too. We gonna show it is what it is. You know, so we gonna make sure we do our part. You feel me? I think this is the perfect opponent with the perfect playing field. Meaning, these are the things I can think of him doing: grabbing and holding. Okay, address it to the ref. You address it early before they go 4-5 rounds, and then they start to notice. No. Ref, keep holding me. You feel me? You address that. When you say that, some refs won't really pay you no attention. But guess what? They heard you. I always tell y'all, you can't unhear what you heard. So if I say ref, he holding. Ref, he keep holding. Guess what? The ref will start to notice. He holding.
He's gonna start keeping track of the holding.
And he's gonna start keeping track of the holding. He's gonna start keeping track of the holding.
Right.
I'm giving some songs here. You gotta know what you got going on. You feel me? You let the ref know what he doing, what's going on. You feel me? That's what you got to do. You got to put it out there. You guess how you get ahead of the game. You make them aware. You feel me? Yeah. You don't allow them to do it on their own time. A closed mouth don't get fed. You make them aware. From that point on, that takes away all the advantages. We're not worried about no feet. Again, if you have feet and you're running around the ring like y'all think he gonna do, which he never did circle Jose Ramirez. He never circled him. He was in front of Jose the whole time. Jose wasn't punching. So if you're circling that way and you're in front the whole time, when does he land a punch? And when he lands a punch, he's in range to get hit.
Exactly.
It's not hard, bro. People make this stuff too difficult.
Junior has the reach advantage too a little bit in this one.
Yes. He got the strength advantage, reach advantage. He got all the advantages. That Bill Haney is missing because he hears me. Bill Haney know what he in for. Oh, my bad. Hold on. I got another nail in the coffin for you. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, my bad.
I see somebody putting something interesting in here as well. Shout out to Talk of SZ says this fight ain't happening. Any fears of that? Any fears of this fight not happening?
Just a little bit. It kind of got it. It kind of got to though. It's a lot of money on the line. So listen right here. This is Bill Haney when he live. This is Bill Haney live. So back to what he was saying about we didn't ask for the fight, right? And they was calling for us, right? Nail in the coffin. The man words himself.
I just got an offer right now for Brian Norman at 147 for Devin to be a 3-division champion, bro.
So I just got an offer right now for Brian Norman, for Devin Haney, for Brian Norman that won't. You just told him to accept, you idiot.
Yeah, wait, say it. I feel like that's what I heard, but can you play it again? Just to be sure that I heard the right way. Go ahead.
I just got an offer right now for Brian Norman at 147 for Devin to be a 3-division champion, bro.
Cooked, played, fried. Stop messing with me, man. Leave me alone.
He just got the offer.
Leave me alone. None of y'all can mess with me because if I'm in the fight, I'm gonna win the fight. If I can't win the fight, I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna sit back.
So the narrative that Bill put out there, right? The narrative was that, you know, the opportunity was facilitated by them. They shot you guys an opportunity. They were going to make it happen. They sent you the offer. If with you knowing what you know, right, and understanding exactly what happened, what does that mean to you? Why was it so important that we as fans thought of it the way Bill thought?
No. It wasn't important. It wasn't important at all. It was just, I hate lies. I hate lies. And then when you tell lies, you say we're giving you an opportunity. No, you're not. Turkey just told you. He just in the interview what I just played for y'all. After his performance in Japan, he told how good he said it.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey gave us that offer. Turkey gave us that opportunity, not you. He gave us the opportunity against you. We appreciate you accepting. He gave both of us an opportunity. He gave us the opportunity against you. You can ask the question, if it wasn't for Devin, would you have the opportunity? We don't know because we also knew that I knew weeks, at least 2 weeks before, that Turkey was going to be watching. That's why he said about after that performance in Japan. I knew he was going to be watching. Just like he made everybody else a ring ambassador, he's looking for ring ambassadors.
Right.
So the people like to say, nobody knew until no. You're lying. You look, bro. It's okay. Calm down. Go suck on your pacifier. Suck your thumb. Do something. You can't beat me. You can't defeat me. Bill Haney can't help you. All the money in the world Bill paying, you can't help you. You can't beat me.
So why Bill? Why? What's the advantage for Bill to? Is this just some mind games? Is this just part of they want to win this fight?
And that's why he stopped. And that's why he stopped playing them. It is mind games. It was his people that keep playing them. It was the gay boy. I'm sorry, the transvestite. They keep playing them. Bill wasn't trying to get back in that. He had already been in that. He had already been in that and was done with that. The transvestite got mad at me because he said I was lying because I was on another show the other day and I was telling how that fight happened. I was telling how the offer made, and he came out and was like, "Why this nigga keep lying? Why this nigga on here tell?" Well, guess who lying now? You feel what I'm saying? So he brought Bill into it.
Right.
But again, you can noticeably Bill is missing. He's missing off of every major platform. He's missing off of social media. He's missing. He put a tweet every now and then trying to talk himself up. Too big, you ain't bigger than me. Too strong, you ain't stronger than me. You ain't. So I don't know where. I don't know what you too. I don't know. Too fast. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Time and beat speed. You can Google that.
Right. Right.
You can't
Man,
Google that.
it seems yeah, man, the fight just has, the youth.
The-
You have the youth, you have the reach. You're a true 147 pounder. I mean, there's a lot of intangibles here, man.
I'm gonna say this to the people watching me. If you can go back and you can watch my old interview, you will notice I'm a little more significantly more confident. You may want to call it cocky. That's because, like I said, I realized
You're very
that's because I realized I know so much more than 99% of these people talking. That's why I'm so much more confident. Bill Haney, I would never go get nobody to train my son because I can't train. No, you pass him around like a $2 hoe ain't helping him. That's hurting him. Roy Jones is the man, but you're gonna find very few people that tell you Roy Jones wasn't a bad Bama Chama. You feel me? But Roy Jones is Roy Jones. Roy Jones can't create another Roy Jones.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, these people, these special people, special coaches that you're getting, that don't mean they can train people to fight like them. And some people don't have the honesty within themselves to even know that. I trained my son to fight like me initially because that's who I was, that's what I knew, and it was pretty much the fundamentals. So I trained him to like me, but to be better than me. He started earlier than me, and he was doing what he was doing. He took what I taught him and evolved it. Then he taught me how to train him. Mm-hmm. He taught me how to train him by watching him. So then watching him, like I said, about the stuff, the amazing thing, like you see me in sparring, watching him, then I started thinking about it, and I started using my imagination and the possibilities. That's how I learned how to train him. I called my coach when he was about 16, 15, 16, about 16, not 15, 16. I told I ain't tell B, I told my coach, I said, bro, it wants some other shit. I don't know what to do. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like the basics I got for him, I told him it ain't gonna work. But as I kept watching and watching and watching, my imagination took over and my vision took over, and I just really took my level up on him based on what he was already doing.
Right. Yo, a quick question though. Is there really a transvestite doing content? Like, what are you talking? Is that somebody? You're just calling somebody that. You're calling somebody that.
He looked like one of me.
Okay, all right. You don't even tell me who it is. Don't even tell me who it is. It's all good. You're talking about a content creator. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I just want to know that. That's all right. So you calling? Okay, cool. I don't know who it is, and I don't want. I don't know. I don't know. I hear no evil, see no evil. I don't want no problems, bro. Put me in the middle of no nonsense. Ray Davis said, Ray, I'm sure I'll find out eventually, but I don't want to know right now. Ray Davis said,
I tell you what. If you ever see somebody with content with like a fake ass beard on, just know he's a transvestite.
Don't even describe him, bro. Please. I don't know who it is. I'm trying to tell you, I genuinely don't know who it is. I genuinely don't know who it is right now. You get to describing him. Anyway, Ray Davis
he's a female boy. No, he got a female. Let me let you hear. We got a female.
He said, well, I want to know. Nah, bro. We ain't doing that, man. Nope. Who? Oh, no, not him. Nah.
Look, he got a female boy. Hold on. Listen to the female boy.
Nah.
Listen.
I got a legit question, and I want your take on this, brother. Why is Brian Norman Sr. lying right now? Why did this man say that he asked you?
Oh God, I know who it is.
Legitimately, y'all the one.
Hold on. No. I want to check this again. No. After everything I just played, hold on. After everything I just played, no, wait. After everything I just played, I want them to hear this again, and I want them to hear how much they lie. Hold on, listen.
I got a legit question, and I want your take on this, brother. Why is Brian Norman Sr. lying right now? Why did this man say that he asked you for the fight? But legitimately, y'all the one that challenged him? Why is he saying this?
not matching up, alibi, catching
So
up.
can I ask y'all a question? Can I ask you a question? Did I
Yeah.
just prove that? Did I just prove who's asked for the fight?
Yeah, I feel like you made a good argument to say that you guys are the ones. I think it's a
Can
very good argument.
can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor then? See you doing that thing again.
I'm being
Do me a favor. No,
neutral.
no, you're not. No, you're not. Do me a favor. I want you to Google Chat GPT and anybody else in the chat. Y'all see stuff all over the place. Pick one place, one spot before Sasaki fight or even shortly after his fight where Bill Haney said, yeah, we want to fight Brian Norman where it wasn't, where we didn't already put, where it wasn't the day that we put the same thing out there. You would never hear him say he wanted to fight Brian Norman. He didn't want to fight Brian Norman. He called Tay and told Tay exactly what he just told Jab Queen on the Boxing Boys. He was looking to fight Shakur Stevenson. He was trying to see how that fight was going to go to see if he could make a fight at 147 with Shakur Stevenson. That was his plan. When Rich said wouldn't take the bait, he told Tay Jones that he was trying to get it. He was really pursuing a fight. He said, man, we can go on and dead this. He did not want this fight. He wanted to dead this fight. That's how the beef started. He called Tay Jones and he said, yeah, I ain't calling a nigga and tell him. They talking about me. He wanted me to just squash it and say we respect y'all and somehow we hurting his brand, all kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
He worried about imagery. We worried about what's real. We ain't worried about no image because there ain't no image. It's all real life. Fuck an image. This is who we are.
Now, let me ask you. Oh, I got a question. I also want to know that situation that happened in the hotel, right? That the one where you guys got physical with the security and everything like that, all the way up.
Hey, bro, I'm glad you just asked me that.
Uh-oh.
Right now we speak. They fucked me up. I'm still dealing with it. See there?
Right, you had something wrong with your arm, right? What the hell?
Yeah. I had surgery on my arm. They fucked it up. They made this shit worse. I got scar tissue all over the place. I might have to have another surgery. They gonna pay for that, but I'm gonna deal with that after the fight.
So that being said,
they fucked up. Hey, look, I got everything right here. It's my spot right here. I got my massage gun. I got a massage out the scar tissue. I got my weight. I got to hold my weight to try to stretch my arm out. I got my this right here. It's supposed to massage out the scar tissue. I got all my look. I got my Nivea cream for this shit.
Could I ask?
Look, I got my sleeve. I got look on my arm. I got my kinetic tape. I'm just real life. It's my spot right here. I sit right here. I do all my shit. I study my fights right here. It's my spot, baby.
Man. So what was that? From the moment that Devin and Bill came into the building, it seemed like they were focused on, you guys had your interaction and, Devin was commenting on, Brian's not that tall and you're not that big, man. You're a small guy, this, all that. What was that all about? Do you feel like that was all mind games? That was all them trying to win the fight outside?
I think that's what he thought for real, but they really that same height, which don't matter. Height don't matter. I don't know what he got going on with that, but it don't matter. It don't matter. We don't care about what that's about. Right. We know what we know. We know what we know. And that's what I'm worried about. I have not seen one version of Devin Haney that's going to beat Brian Norman Jr. But the only way he beat Brian Norman Jr. is if God gives him a grazing shot where he hurt me, which is always possible. Mm-hmm. Or if I was the other I had. Or a whole new fighter come in that motherfucker and take his body over. That's it. Because that nigga I see with Lomachenko, the nigga I see with Regis, the nigga I see with Ryan, the nigga I see with Ramirez, that boy going to sleep.
Is there a possibility that Devin Haney goes up to 147 and now that he doesn't have to deal with the rehydration and cutting all that weight, that he's a stronger fighter, a puncher, even dare I say, have some power?
I'm not gonna give away too much game, but he won't be, and I know why. I know why he can't punch. I know exactly why he can't punch, and I don't think he's gonna do nothing about it. I watched him so much. I know why I know why Booth can't punch. I told you, I learned how to deliver a punch at the end of my career. I taught my son how to deliver a punch from the beginning. I know why these people can't punch. I watch them. I watch Boots on the bag. I know why they can. I can say like, nigga, you hit like a bitch. I would tell them that. Like, you don't know how to punch. Listen to my son hitting the bag. And listen to these guys hitting the bag. It's a totally different sound. Totally different sound. They don't know how to deliver a punch.
Is there any chance, Senior, that you're underestimating Devin Haney?
No. No, there's no chance I'm underestimating. You know why there's no chance? Because I got the knowledge I got, which is more knowledge than Bill Haney, which is more knowledge than you, which is more knowledge than anybody in this chat. That's a fact. Nobody in this chat got over 30 fights. Nobody in this chat has raised a world champion. Nobody in the chat raised a national champion. Nobody raised a six-time national. Nobody did. He was one-time international. My bad. Like, nobody done that. Nobody got over 30 years experience. The real trainers not in here come back to what I'm saying. They know what I'm saying. The truth. They were listening. These are all people hoping, wishing upon the star, thinking it's a slight possibility. I'm telling you, there's not. Well, I told you the possibility. God gonna have to come in and help him, and that's always a possibility because you got the up two man in the ring, and God favor who we favor, and we ain't gonna have no problem with that. If that's what it is that day, that's what it is that day.
What do you think about the potential addition of Andre Ward?
It ain't gonna damn matter. It don't matter. Didn't I just tell you? I just told you about Roy Jones.
Right.
I just told you about Roy Jones. So what is Andre Ward gonna teach him without confusing him? My son. I put my son with my trainer. I put my son with he was my trainer at the end of my career. My trainer at the end of my career. He was very he was very mental. He was a real thinker. Him being a real thinker, him teaching the sweet side, he taught that. Him teaching it with you already having skills, he makes you question and deny yourself or question yourself. When I brought him in to train my son, I told my son ahead of time, because he's a good trainer, but I knew what he did because he did it to me. So I said, B, let everything flow freely, keep doing what you're doing, or whatever. I said, don't overthink shit. Do what you do. Don't let him tell you nothing. It happened just like I said. So that's why I couldn't use him no more. It happened just like I said. So now he back on what we do. Ain't no second thinking. It's all about muscle memory. It's all about knowing what you know. Like, we ain't second thinking. We ain't second guessing. We ain't doing none of that. Yeah, and wait, my point for that is if you get another fighter that keeps training you and they telling you something, damn, I've been doing it wrong all this time, you're going to get the second guessing. Damn, right. I got to look at my right hand this way. I got to look at, trust me, I've been there. If he gets another trainer and he teach him something good, he's going to be second guessing himself. He's going to do what y'all think he's going to do about the feet. He's going to slow himself down to make sure he does something properly because he's going to have to, because they don't go together. Right. Running ass PDD gets a Ramirez and whatever else he's trying to do, they're not going to go together. I know what I'm talking about. That jumping trainer shit don't work.
Ray Davis says, so all the real trainers said something, Brian Norman Sr., and the results haven't looked good in their favor. But I'm not taking your confidence away. Just remember, overlooking a good fighter is bad.
He said all the real trainers said what?
He said, so all the real trainers said something, Brian Norman Sr., and the results haven't looked good in their favor. So I guess he's saying all the other trainers that put their fighters up against Devin. He says, but I'm not taking your confidence away. Just remember, overlooking a good fighter is bad.
Hey, well, I'm fine. Look, you forgot we went up against the great Robert Garcia.
Was it Boca Chica?
No, No, Santiago.
Oh, so, yeah, exactly, Giovanni. Exactly.
We wouldn't get Robert Garcia. Is Devin Haney or anybody he got better than Robert Garcia?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Hey, look, I didn't second guess myself. I didn't second guess myself that time.
Nope.
No, I told everybody what he was gonna do. I told everybody we were gonna do the Quaybed. I told everybody we were gonna do the Sasaki. I even had the round right, but no, I had the round wrong in Sasaki. I bet 3. He did it in 5.
Out of your professional fights, with Junior, what's your most memorable fight you think up to this point?
Santiago.
With Santiago, right? Yeah, Santiago. He just was on a mission on that one. That was a great fight. That was a fight where I decided I knew I wanted to see Jerron Boots Ennis in your son fight. I knew right there.
And that was probably the fight where he decided he didn't want to see that.
Senior, you're something else. I gotta let you have those ones, man. I can't jump into the middle of those, man.
Hey, no, you can't say I'm lying. Ain't that proof I'm lying?
Nah, I mean, yeah, lying is a strong word, and I definitely can't see that.
Ain't nothing suggested that I'm incorrect.
No, I mean, yeah. Listen, these are all your opinions. We won't know. We don't know.
And I just said nothing has suggested that I'm incorrect. I said that's the fight that made him know he don't want to fight Brian Norman. That's what I said. And I said nothing has suggested that I'm incorrect. Nothing.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. You're right. You're a great interview. I see why you're moving the way you are in the space. You do a great job, man. You put it all out there, man. I appreciate it.
Bill, hey, and guess who hate that? Bill Haney. Bill Haney get on interviews. He get to ducking and dodging questions. He got to speak right. He got to think right. No. We ain't got to do that. We ain't got to be strategic. See, you got to be strategic when you want a 135 pounder. We want to fight what he just said, a Tank Davis and a Shakur Stevenson, and you add 147 pounds. You got to be strategic when you want to do stuff like that. But when you're Brian Norman Jr. and you want to fight the best, you call out the best, whoever the best may be.
I love it.
If it's Jerron, it's Jerron. If it's Tank, not Tank. If it's Devin, it's Devin. If it's Barrios, it's Barrios. Whoever it is at that time. Whoever it is, that's who you call out. That's what we want.
Yeah. Yo, Junior was speaks a lot about like the older fighters, the Hagglers.
That's all he do. That's all he tell me. I be studying, like I said, I'm in my spot. I be studying I don't study old fights. I watch it when I watch old fights, I watch them for enjoyment. I don't watch them to study. I study the new fights. The reason I study he tell me, I understand where you're coming from, but the reason I watch the new fight is because of the evolution of they ever evolved from the old fights, right? So I look at the people and I look at what they're doing and I look at just the science between it. And again, what my son taught me, that was the imagination portion of it. So I look at what somebody doing and my son is very talented and I would use my imagination. Can you hear me?
No, you froze. You froze.
My bad, can you hear me now? You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would use my imagination. You feel what I'm saying? To think of what's next. And that's what I'm on right now. See, it's just like anything. You got evolution. There's an evolution of everything. Like, punches ain't the same. They don't come the same. Knockouts, everything is different. So you got to evolve with it. So just like something's invented, created, or whatever else, I can do the same thing. It's no different. So that's what I'm on now. I don't really watch the old fights like me. And when I do, I watch it just for entertainment.
Okay, so he didn't get that from you. That's just something he picked up on his own that he got.
No, actually, he did get that from me. He got it from me because I wasn't thinking about none of the guys. Well, no, this is what I told him to do. Cotto was my guy. Well, that wasn't my guy, but that was who I wanted him. Like it was how he kept his hands up, how he moved. He did all of them, and he had good power. So Cotto was one, but that wasn't the main one. Marvin Hagler was one. That's an old school. Mike Tyson was one, but that was just cool because Mike Tyson is the reason that we are what we are. Who else I gave him? Somebody. Oh, Roy, my dog. So I gave him some of the fighters. He just took that and started going on his own and other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, he
But
has.
Sugar Ray, look, Sugar Ray. But I gave him those fighters to study, and then, like I said, when you go to one, you open up the rabbit's hole, and he decided he liked those fights a lot better than the new fights, and I can agree with that because he's watching it from he tried to learn from the greats.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at now. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. He gives you that energy, man. You know what I mean? I love boxers like that. You know what I'm saying? Who come with that energy, and Junior definitely comes with that energy.
I think all the younger guys coming in the game are like that. I'm shout out to like Jahan Tucker, shout out to like Jaleel Hackett, Jaleel Hackett, all the guys that came in after the Floyd Mayweather era. You feel me? You still had some that was in there with the Floyd Mayweather. They came right after. We ain't talking about them punks. We talking about the ones after that. The ones coming in now.
So do you feel? So you feel like that the fighters? I'm not going. I mean, I could say names, I guess, but I mean the fighters that you're talking about this last generation, or right before. We're talking about this generation before Abdullah, before Brian Norman, before Xander Zayas, before even the Carmels or the, like you said, the Jahi Tuckers and all these guys. These guys who were kind of caught up in protecting the O. Is that safe to say?
Like Jerron is doing. Yes. He one of them. He is. That's what he's doing.
I don't think he is.
He's fighting. Listen. Do me a favor. We got to do it again. Do me a favor. Get pull box Shrek up.
Okay.
Get your calculator for me. Go to Brian Norman Jr. Well, who you on right there? Who that?
No, this is your favorite fighter right here. So
so go down to the bottom. Go down to the last fight. Add in Lima. Put Geronimo's in his last 5 fights. Add up their wins.
Let me see. Keep Lima there too, including.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 5 fights.
Lord have mercy. All right.
Because the last time I checked, your competition is supposed to get tougher, not worse.
But there's a reason. I think there's a reason for that.
Well, yeah, blah, blah, blah. We talking about facts.
Okay.
Add up the last 5.
109 wins.
109 wins. How many losses? The last 5.
That's 6, 7, 8. 8 losses.
8 wins. 8 losses. 8 freaking losses. Okay. How many knockouts? So 109 and 8.
How many knockouts? Who? Jerron had. I mean,
all five.
Hold on, I gotta pull each one of them up. Now you're asking me to. Hold on. Let's see. 10. Hold on a second. 9. 13. 1, 2, 3. Let me see. David, that's 4. David got a couple, man. He got a solid 19. You know what I mean?
9. How many knockouts?
Hold on. We got one more. 5, right? Yeah. And then Roman Villa, I think he's up in the 20s. Yeah, Roman Villa was knocking everything out, man. 76 knockouts.
All right. So 109 wins, 8 losses, 76 knockouts. And okay. And that's 28 years old. Go to Brian Norman for me.
Last 5, right?
Yep. Devin Haney, all the way down to whatever the 5th one is.
32 plus 19 plus 27 plus 32 plus 17. Right, one more. Plus 17. Wait, 1, 2. Okay, equals 127 wins.
127 wins.
Yeah.
How many losses?
1, 2, 4 losses.
So is 127 more than 109?
Last time I checked, senior.
Is 4 less than 8?
Last time I checked.
Is 28 years old more than 24 years old?
4 years more. Last time I checked.
Okay, do me a favor. Add the knockouts and see how many knockouts. And you know, Devin Haney ain't got no knockouts, so that's gonna kill us there. But add the knockouts.
Let's see here. Devin got a decent little amount. I mean, he got a solid little 15. I mean, he doing his thing. Let's see here. Jen probably got like damn near 100%, 17. Okay. Plus, then Derek has a good amount too. I know that 19.
76 was wrong, because that ain't right. Hold on a second. You did something wrong with that, because I did this before. Hold on.
Okay, I'll do this while you're doing that. Plus 18. Plus. Oh, goodness. Plus 11. 80.
So it's 80 more than 76.
4 more.
So we got a 24-year-old fighter that's fighting a guy with more wins. I'm fighting guys with more wins, less losses, and more knockouts. Is that correct?
Yes.
So these are all facts.
Right.
And he's 4 years younger, 3.5 years younger.
Right.
Listen, bro. Boots know what he's doing. Y'all just don't know what he's doing. His daddy know what he's doing. Y'all just don't know what he's doing. But it's all good. I'm gonna let y'all carry on.
We'll see. 2026 is right around the corner, man. 2026.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do in 2026? Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna fight the champion. He's gonna fight Virgil. He's gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? Probably get himself a title. You know what I'm saying? Unify maybe, but at least get himself a title. Who knows?
Hey man, look. Hey. Hopeful, baby. Hope.
I'm definitely hopeful. I'm hopeful, and I'm hoping for Brian Norman to lock it down at 147. Let's see what he does with with Devin. You know what I mean? I wish both
they know that 24-year-old kid. By all the people talking about dunks and this and that, they know that 24-year-old kid is one out here challenging himself. That 26-year-old kid in Devin is out here challenging. Boots ain't doing what he was doing.
I think with Boots, it was the journey was a little bit more rocky for him. I think he was
okay, but if it was rocky, then Turkey was a breath of fresh air. I don't have no more.
100%. Turkey's definitely a breath of fresh air in this space. 100%.
But you turned Turkey down 3 times.
Is it 3 or 2? Virgil
what? Virgil, he offered T.O. Top rank offered T.O. No, Devin Haney. Oh no, he agreed to Devin Haney. Devin Haney said not 52. So
152.
Yeah, so we know he at least turned him down twice. 6.5. Right. Y'all can look that up. He turned out 6.5 and he turned out 8. But everybody talking about 1.7. So we got out that 6.5 and 8 is more than 1.7. We got out that 28 is older than 24. We got out that 127 is higher than 109. We got out that 4 is less than 8. My son is beating him in every single category. Every category.
But isn't that just, wouldn't you say that's just you give that more so towards the promotional company that's moving him correctly?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Owner, you go back to which was with the price that you said. Santiago was supposed to beat him, right?
Right.
Okay. Roman Villa, go back and look at Roman Villa record, because I did. Roman Villa is the worst one. I want you to do this for me. Dissect this for me. Roman Villa was literally nobody, and he was put there for Rashidi Ellis to look good. Go look at who Roman Villa fight. Look at who Roman Villa got knocked out by. Go look for yourself. Tell me who did he fight before he fought Rashidi Ellis? And when I tell you, I look at these people, I'm sure they gone now. As I was clicking them when they was active, they had 1 star, 2 star, half a star. It was ridiculous. Look at we knocked out. Find one name. Find one name that Roman Villa beat beside Rashidi Ellis. One name that you know.
He beat Boca Chica.
But that's not right. But I'm saying Boca Chica ain't nobody.
Yeah. No, I feel what you're saying. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Yeah. It looks bad. The record looks horrible.
It looks horrible.
Yeah,
It looks
33,
horrible.
23 losses. Oof.
It looks fucking horrible.
8 wins,
Nobody
24
knows.
losses.
Look, when nobody knows how the game goes, that's how the games are played. Albanesian had 30-some wins or whatever he had. He had just got knocked out by Terrence Crawford. He was a 1-month stand-in. I know what I'm talking about. I'm saying this by looking at the sky. Because all I do is sit here and know all of this. I know this like I'm the computer when it comes to this stuff. That's how much I know.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I've been looking at. I've been still looking at you and looking up the whole time. You ain't seen me look at nothing, have I?
No. You've been waiting on me to give you the answer. You already know.
Go look. No matter of fact, let's take it even better. His best fight. Let's go to Stay On. That was his best fight.
Okay.
Do you know the Stay On? The last fight was against a guy with 6 fights.
The fight before Boots.
Before Boots, his last fight was against a guy with 6 fights.
Right. That's PBC. You know what I'm saying? Right. But Stanionis is a good fighter. He's a real good fighter.
Stanionis is a good fighter because PBC. No. I think Stanionis is a good fighter also. That's first of all. Mm-hmm. We didn't know how good of a fighter Stanionis was. We didn't know how good of a fighter that Boots was when they fought each other. So that was a great test for both of them. And it was a test that needed to be had. So I gave him all the props in the world for beating Stanionis. They said I didn't give him credit for that. I did. I did give him credit. But I'm also gonna keep it real and say the nigga got 15 fights with 9 knockouts. How do I know that? How do I know these records off the bat? 15 fights with 9 knockouts.
But this is the stuff that they say you be consumed with Boots. You know what I'm saying? You be a little bit,
No. I'm not consumed with Boots. I'm consumed with everything. I can tell you about Devin Haney too. You want me to go there too? I'm consumed. If I'm finna fight a fighter, I get consumed with them.
Right.
If I'm about to fight a fighter, I'm consumed with them. Consumed with him.
Right.
I can tell you that his hands were feminine. Jin Sasaki. I went to pictures of Jin Sasaki talking. I screenshot it, zoomed in, watched his bitch ass hands. I don't mean to agree. I don't want to talk trash about that because they good people. Japan good people. I'm telling you how strategic. So the people talking trash to me, I look at everything. I know you can't tell me that you've been a bricklayer for 25 years and then come to me with some cis-ass manicure hands because the work was show. I don't even care if you wearing gloves. The work is going to show. When you come with my hands looking like me, the work is going to show. Knuckle push-ups, muscle-ups on the bar, calluses. The work is going to show. Listen, brother. I'm surgical, man.
Nah, yeah, I see. What do you think of what do you think about the international space in boxing versus the American space? Because you spoke to an era of boxing that everybody wanted to protect their O's, and I'm right there with you. But now with this new international energy going over to Japan, now getting ready to go to Riyadh, any significant differences that you think in the cultures as far as boxing is concerned, or any answers as to why you think?
No, what I like is I love it. I don't understand why these people don't want their fighters to be world champions. They don't want their fighters to move like world champions because we're selfish. Oh man, we want to go to the fight. We'll fly. I tell you what, when Ricky hadn't fought Floyd over here, Vegas was full of them. Was it not?
100%.
100%. So just like they fly over here, why we can't fly over there?
I mean, but what I mean, I agree with you 100%. I mean, when you look at Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois put 96,000, butts in seats to come watch him fight, or you watch even Chris Eubank and Conor Benn put 60,000+ people in the seats, and over here 10 to 15,000 people.
Exactly, and that's what I was telling people. I'm glad you said that's what I was telling people about Eddie. Like you just said, Eddie Hearn is the common denominator there. Eddie Hearn was involved in the in both of those fights you just said. 96,000 and 65,000, I think it was. So 96,000 and 65,000 for Conor being them. I told people, it's not to bring up who's guys. I mean, he's the one that I knew the business of. I was like, don't y'all understand what's going on and why he don't want to spend the money? Because Boots taking all the money and he not making him the money. He just came from selling 65,000 with Eubank and Conor Ben to come back and sell 95 with Boots. He sold 95. No, it wasn't even 95. It was between 8 and 9. To between 8 and 9,000. I do my research. It holds. People say it only holds 10. Nope. I think it held. And the State Farm Arena holds 17. I look at all of it. I look at everything. You feel what I'm saying? The man is losing money. They think because these numbers are said high and because it's more money than you heard, because it's more money than we have, you think that's money. That's not money. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not poor, but I'll tell you what, I know for a fact what good money is and what bad money ain't, right? Like, I'm like, why would I go spend this to do this when I could just do this and I'll be just fine? I'm not even, what's the point? I'm good like I am. I can eat every day. I can eat what I want to eat. I can go where I want to go. I can travel when I want to travel. What am I missing?
Right. Yeah. I agree. I think the culture. So that being said, this turkey energy that's coming into space right now, this Ring Magazine energy that's coming in space, even with Dana and the TKO and all these different, entities that are jumping in the box, and Netflix and the way he's opened up as far as like the no pay-per-view policy with the zone and things of that nature. Are we as people in the boxing space literally benefiting from these things? Are we feeling like boxing is heading into a new era, a good era?
I'm excited for boxers. Man, in my day, we wouldn't dream. Like Zab be on Mill City, he be talking about how he took 100,000, how he took, you know what I'm saying? Tim Bradley, he says that he took $1 million. Like, money ain't the same money. Money not the same money now. You feel what I'm saying? So, excuse me, I'm excited for the fighters, man. This is a chance, and this is a chance that's for black, brown. I'm gonna say black and brown, because these are our people. That's Mexicans, that's blacks. This is a chance for us to literally change our family dynamic if we do it right. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Generational.
Like generational wealth, if we do it the right way. This is a chance for us to do that. $1 million is not a chance for us to do that.
Right.
It's not. $1.5 million is not a chance for us to do that. $5, $6, $7 million. That's a chance for us to do that. That's at minimum leaving a life insurance policy to your kids where they're worth other millions. That's at minimum. So that's whether you F it up or not, you still got that policy. You feel what I'm saying? That's at minimum.
Yes, sir.
So no matter whatever you got going on, then at minimum, you die and you got an insurance policy, your kids are millionaires. So at minimum.
Yeah.
You can't beat it, bro. You can't beat it, man. So it's a very exciting time. It's a very exciting time for our people.
What do you feel about when people talk about David Benavidez headlining the card and you and Devin and all you guys being in Riyadh instead of being here in the States and things of that nature? How do you feel about that?
I ain't got no friends and I don't care.
Right.
I got partners. I'm just talking trash, but I don't care. I don't care about none of that. But I always, again, every time you see me on an interview channel, I'm sitting in the same spot, or I'm sitting in my bathroom, or I'm sitting over there on my bed, or I'm sitting outside. I'm right here in the house. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care about these folks. I don't care that about these folks. I really don't. My son, same way. We don't care about these folks. We know they all fakers. We know what's going on.
You just care about the fights that you're able to make and the money that you're able to make, period. It don't matter where you're at.
We don't care about all the rest of that. Ain't nothing. You 48 years old, you done lived a long life. I'm sure when you think back, like, well, I wish I would have did this, or that.
100%, man. If
So
hindsight was
you wasted a lot of money and a lot of time doing nothing.
right. 100%, 100%. Do you think the fighters in general see it this way too? Because I mean, as a trainer and as your son being a fighter, when you hear all the pushback that Turkey gets, when you hear all the pushback that that this move is, I mean, I don't know if you hear it, but you know, in the space, there's a lot of coming here doing this and doing that. How do you feel about that?
I don't know how these people are raising they sons or whatever else. I raised my son like I said, he never wanted for nothing. Had the latest shoes, the latest games, had everything. He had everything he needed. But he also never wanted for nothing, so he still don't want for nothing. He didn't like, nah, give me this Gucci watch. You feel what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, I hear what you're saying about how they feel about it. I'm not sure what they were taught or what their principles are. You feel me? I don't know what their principles are, but he ain't getting no pushback from us. I don't know what they got going on now. Dana White and the TKO, I've heard stories about how he robbed the UFC fight. I agree, and they got a tough ass job. So I don't want him over here. I don't want no parts of him if that's what he's doing. You feel me? So that's how he feels. He need to go and stay where he at. You feel me?
Right.
But outside of him with Turkey giving us all this money, I'm all for it. Shit, Jay Paul, MVP, I'm all for it.
Right. I feel like sometimes when the pushback comes in for that, I ask myself, are these fans fans of the fighters, or are they fans of the promotional companies? Do you ever feel that way?
It's you gotta think about what it is. Okay, so if you're a fighter, at one point they can say this person is a scum. But when that scum get with their favorite fighter, now they believe everything that scum said. You feel me? So it's really situational to what they want to believe. I mean, let's face it. We're in an era that if you like a fighter, your fighter is bigger, stronger, faster. No facts don't matter. He got better feet. He got better hands. He got better hand speed. He got better everything, right? They don't know how to dissect things and what, man, no, he'll good. Hey, look, that's a good promoter, but he's a snake. Man, he making them some money, but he's a snake. They can't do that. They don't know how to dissect the two. You feel what I'm saying? It's if he's good, he's good. If he's bad, he's bad.
Right.
And when they get with their guy, he's good.
100%. I get it. 100%. As soon as Turkey affiliates himself with their favorite fighter, then they'll accept Turkey at that point. Once he's putting money in their favorite fighter's pocket, it is what it is. I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, man. I think. What do you think about the as far as American boxing and you know, black and brown fighters and the support from the fans here in America? Do you think the fans here, I mean, do you think they could present themselves as better fans to the, like, what would you attribute the space that boxing is in? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is boxing in that space? Is the fans have anything to do with that?
I think boxing's in a good space, and the reason I think it's in a good space, I know about the networks and everything. I think it's greed that's running the networks out. I think greed is like they want so much money. You know what I'm saying? Like they want that. It's always about the bottom line. So when the bottom line comes in, you got the fighters want more money, fighters get more money. You feel what I'm saying? Now when we do it, then their bottom line goes down. So what they do is they find a way to be greedy, sometimes robbing the network, sometimes shortcoming the fights, shortcoming the quality of the fight, shortcoming the opponents. So they messing the game up. You feel what I'm saying? But as a whole, I think boxing is in a great space. I think boxing is a great space. I think you got more people watching it. I think Jake Paul, I was not a Jake Paul fan, but I think Jake Paul is good for boxing right now because he got people's eyes who otherwise wouldn't be on boxing. And when they're trying to watch him and his fake stuff going on, they see other real boxers. And sometimes some of them, a small percentage of them are going to find a like in it. And they're going to come back and notice that person and know that person and support that person. You feel what I'm saying? So I agree with it, man. I like anything boxing. I want it.
Yeah, I think boxing is becoming super popular. I guess from what mainly was what I was saying was the American influence. You know what I mean on boxing. It seems like it's kind of you see the Eastern Europeans going in. Obviously, UK. You look at Japan. You look at all these different places in the world. You know, Australia even. You know what I mean. And where boxing is just celebrated at the highest level, but it just seems like it's not doing the same thing in America to the point to where one of the biggest cards, American fighters, is happening in Riyadh, right? With David Benavidez, yourself, and Devin, Bam Rodriguez. I mean, you can go down Abdullah Mason, all these fights that you would think would happen here in the States are happening across seas.
But the man putting the money on ain't over here. We ain't got a lot of people putting that money up for that kind of fights.
That's a fact.
So the man that's putting the money up, understandably wants it in his own country. So I'm cool with that. I'm down for the experience. I'm down for fighting as a world champion in another country. I love it all. I think that the fans should get behind that. You should get behind you should get behind the Rocky movie, Rocky 4, when he was fighting Drago in Russia. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes,
those kind of stories don't get created unless you go to a Japan. Those kind of stories don't get created unless you go to a UK. They don't get created. The Thriller in Manila don't get created if you don't go to the Philippines. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
They don't get created if you don't go to Africa. Yeah. So we down with all this history, all the greatness that came before and done before, but we don't like to do it now. We ain't down to do or accept what it takes to make those stories come true now.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with
you.
Hey,
man, look, for all the fans, I just look like a stupid fool. I know what I be talking.
Nah, man. Nah. I think we could all support better, man. I just really do believe we can all support better, man. And I'm hoping we can. I'm hoping we do, man, because we see what's happening on in November, and people are upset about that. But we got a big card coming up September 13th, with Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, which could be era-defining fight. Who knows? And then, of course, we got the November 22nd card coming up with you guys. But it seems like, I think the fans need to get behind all those fights as well, not just behind their one favorite fighter.
Absolutely. But hey, look, unfortunately, over here on our side, with us black or brown people, or black and brown people, we can't do it, bro. We got I don't know what we made out of it, but we got a little hate in our heart for everybody.
Yeah, it's bad.
We got a little hate now. Hey, look, and I say we, but I ain't got that. I don't have it. I don't hate no Mexicans. I don't hate no white people. I don't hate no Japanese. I cannot trust certain people for certain reasons, but I ain't got to go out and openly say I don't like them and openly go out talking a bunch of trash about everything. I don't do that.
Right. We need to get behind it. We definitely need to get behind boxing, man. I think the new wave needs us. The Abdullah Masons, your son. You know what I mean? All these up and coming fighters. Abdullah's about to hopefully become a champion on the 22nd, on the same day when you and Devin fight. And those guys need our support, man. It can't just be a certain generation of fans that just stuck on this group of fighters or this promotional company. It gets pretty crazy out here. But anyway, Senior, it's been awesome speaking with you, man. I hope we do this again. I hope. Did you enjoy yourself, by the way?
And when
did you enjoy yourself? Was this a good little build?
Yeah, I've been on here for how long I've been on here, man. That's what I do. Listen, like I said, I'm always either sitting here in my car at the shop. I'm just parlaying. Just hit me up. I'll probably pick up.
All right. Worst case scenario, I'll send a text message, and I'm sure you get around to a worst case scenario. You'll get
dog.
You know what I mean? I appreciate you. Thank you, Senior. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Salute to
the chat. All right.
Yes, all right. Peace. Man, that was a good one, man. Good interview. Senior leaving it all on the table, give you the good, the bad, the in between. Great interviewer, great conversation. Got some real perspective on this whole entire on a lot, right? On the Jaron Ennis situation, on the Bill and Devin Haney situation, Oh, is he gone? Yeah, he's gone. We got some real perspective. I appreciate everybody in the building who supported, man. That was awesome. Thank you for the super chats and the love. Listen, if you haven't hit the like button, take an opportunity to go ahead and do that as well. Share the channel too, man. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please take a moment to go ahead and do that as well. I haven't even checked it. I mean, if the subscribers went up or anything like that, but please take an opportunity to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. I appreciate all you guys, man. Until the next one, you know what it is. We'll be back on tomorrow. We'll talk about everything that we didn't talk about today in the boxing space. We got to talk about Jerome. We got to talk about Terrence. We got to talk about Canelo's moves. We got to talk about Tank, Lamont Roach. So much to talk about that I would normally talk about that I didn't talk about today because this was seniors time. I appreciate all of you guys, man. It's your boy Rain. Until the next one, it's at ATP. And at this point, where's that button at? We out.
Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy.